We're live!
Hey,
Hello, everyone in the world.
what it do, y'all?
How is everyone feeling today as I try to log into stuff and do stuff?
Right, as I try to do last minute shit.
We're running our mouths.
Right, I know. It's like 1 minute is 7:57, and then next minute is 8 o'clock. Oh shit!
And that's just what it is. It's just
That's
the
what it
time,
is. That's what
just
it is.
those 2 minutes fly by.
They go
Like,
so quick. They go so
woo,
quick.
woo.
But nevertheless, what up, though, y'all?
Hello, everyone. How are you feeling today? How is life treating you? I am Chevy the Superstar.
And I'm Toya.
And this is Two Snaps in a Circle.
Mmm, 2 snaps, baby.
A circle. I mean, a circle. A show.
It's two snapples of a circle in a show.
I always do that. Like, I be so ready. And then the words don't come out
They
right.
just don't come right the way they're supposed to come out. Like, goddamn.
I'm a semi-pro though.
You're getting there. I mean, look, what we've been doing is 30 weeks now.
Yes, 31 weeks.
31 weeks. So
30, maybe
32 weeks. So, I mean, come on now.
No, but this is a show about movies for which we review in a fun way that allows for everyone to join in.
Yes.
And then we talk about movie news, and that's fun usually. And
I love movie news.
yeah, and that's what we do here. We just talk about a movie per episode. Not it's, and then we, talk about movie news and we have fun with
We
it.
really do. Especially when Stacey come in and be talking hella shit.
Yeah, she be talking crazy stuff.
Always. Like she's perfect for coming in the middle of a conversation and be like, what y'all talking about?
Yep.
What y'all talking about? Gay superheroes. Like, no.
Like, no, ma'am.
You talking about titties? Like, no, what? What are you talking about, dog?
Memories. So great times. Great times. Great times. Well, how are you doing today?
I'm okay. This week has been like, it went through like quickly. Like 1 minute it was Sunday, and next thing you know, it was today. So, but overall, it's been a really good week. I cannot complain. I feel like I am at a better health. Remember last?
Oh yes. You are fully healthy again.
Voice, I feel like I am there. I am here. I am everywhere. So I hit you with a Dr. Seuss rhyme in there beat.
I was like, what the hell is happening? You're everywhere. Okay, Kang. Okay, Kang the Conqueror. I'm like Kang the Conqueror, and he just came and conquered the live.
How are you? How are you feeling this week?
The week did not start off so wonderful, but we are here and we are live and in color, and it's all right. It's all right.
You gotta keep going. Life keeps going.
It does, and just happy to be here. To be honest with you,
all right.
Just happy to be here.
What's Saweetie be saying? I know that's right.
That's what she said. I thought Cardi B said that.
I think it's Saweetie.
Big bag, dimmin, take her in the.
Yeah, but I think that's Sweetie's like little moniker. Like that's like, I know that's right.
Oh, that's what she be saying. I don't know that lady like that. I don't know her like that.
I was, you go in like the deep YouTube searches, and I was on one of those, and the video said Saweetie eating like a prisoner for 9 straight minutes. She like crunch up Flamin' Hot Cheetos and put them in her ramen noodles, and like put ranch on shit that just ranch doesn't belong. Like,
ooh, this is disgusting me.
That's right.
That's funny. That's funny. That was That was right on time.
Right on time.
That's right on time. So I do have some movie newsery
Damn.
to deliver. Oh, I'm sorry. I just saw something about some Funko Pops.
Oh shit. I saw your stories. You were like, I'm finally a winner. I'm so
No, but
excited.
no. Like what I have won is a coveted prize
Ooh.
that I have to pay for, but still,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is a cup. I have a so okay, which was going to be a part of movie news this weekend, starting today. It is San Diego Comic-Con at home.
Mm-hmm.
And every year, Funko, well, not every year because of COVID, but every year at San Diego Comic-Con, Funko does Fun Days, which is an opportunity for fans of Funko to come, and it's like a dinner party, but
Yeah.
with like prizes and games and things of that nature and special guests. So you pay like $50 and you go there and you get all of these limited edition Funko Pops and you get free gifts and you can win limited prizes like one of 40, one of 14, one of 200, and you get all of these things. So they did it virtually this year and they did a raffle for it, and I won the raffle so I can buy a Fun Days box where I will get exclusive one of a kind Funko Pops,
Mm-hmm.
and I get to go to Fun Days.
Well, damn.
Yes.
You are lying. You are
Yes.
lying. That is like hella exciting.
It's
The
so
fact that you actually
exciting.
get to go though, like
Yes.
like
Yes.
you
I
have to
mean,
pay for it, but to receive the chance, because obviously, like that's the way that they have to start doing things. Like they can't just let it be all willy nilly now. They have to just give you an
mm-mm.
opportunity to win the chance to actually do it.
Yes, because
Wow,
it's serious stuff. It's serious,
this
serious stuff.
is
And
exciting. I'm
it's
excited.
another raffle or lottery that I had to enter to win like Funko Con. Because what everybody is doing now is
Mm-hmm.
San Diego Comic Con is still doing their thing, but because of COVID, everybody like Mattel and Mondo and Super Seven, all these different companies have started doing their own versions of a con.
Mm-hmm.
And so Funko Con,
Virtual now, so like
right. So everybody's doing their own little thing with their own little panels, not little, but their own panels.
the
And
little
so
content, the little con you got going on.
it's a little something, something, you know. So it's really cool. It's really cool. It's a great thing that's happening. I'm trying to pull up
Yeah.
my stuff
Like,
because
I'm
I
gonna do a last minute story. We live, baby. Let the people know we live.
oh, I should probably send you the link to the freaking live.
Yeah, do that.
Um, let me get my life. Hey guys, we're just being last minute
No,
assholes
no,
here.
that's cool.
Just being last minute.
Oh my gosh.
So let
I
me
know
get
that's right.
that's the link so you can post that wherever you want to post it. I just sent it to you.
Swag.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm about to get into this movie newsery
Movie
really
news.
quickly. Once I get my life here. Let me get my
Oh
life here.
shit.
Okay.
Get your life. Get your life real quick.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. It's
I'm
time
ready. I'm
for
ready.
boom, 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 movie news. Ooh, yeah. All right. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I had to scroll back up to the top because I wasn't ready. They released a teaser trailer for the Chucky TV show that will be dropping on Sci-Fi for a time for which we don't know. And it looks really good, and it also looks very scary. This little boy goes to a yard sale and he picks up a Chucky doll or good pals, good friends,
Yeah, yeah,
good
yeah.
guy, good guy
Good guy. Yeah.
doll.
That's it. That's it.
And the lady, after he buys the doll from them, there were a set of butcher knives next to him. And she was like, "Oh man, somebody took the butcher knife." And then you
Oh
just see
man,
Chucky just
somebody's stealing butcher knives. But she was like, only one dog?
Yeah, but she didn't even think nothing of it. Like
No,
it
not
was,
at all. Cause like, nope. I was like, Lord, man, this man taking murder into his home for
and I
2 hours.
mean, just like, and then just next scene is just like Chucky with the butcher knife, like chopping
Killing.
shit up, like.
Just laughing.
So the full trailer will be dropping this weekend during Comic Con at Home. Comic Con at Home is San Diego International Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con. If you go on YouTube and look up International Comic Con International, you can find all the panels from this week. As a matter of fact, you can go on their website and they have a list of all the panels. There's some really good panels, and they're going to be released at the time that they come out, but you can go back and look at them because they're on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, if you're not a fan of Comic Con, or you're interested, or you always wanted to know what Comic Con was, it's literally free this year. It is very hard to get in. I had to wait in a virtual line, and I only got tickets for 3 days because one of the days sold out. So if you were ever interested in knowing more about San Diego Comic Con and what it has to offer, you can go on their website, and they have a virtual floor plan with all the vendors that are going to be there, all the exclusive that are available for you this weekend, as well as all the panels and a schedule of when they are released. And they have some really good panels this year as well.
Yeah.
I digress. Ted Lasso the new season drops tomorrow. And I'm saying this
I've been meaning to
because
watch that.
I started
On
watching it yesterday.
on Apple TV.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Is
started
it
watching.
good? Cause
It
you know,
is great.
okay, because you know I like stand a little bit for,
Jason Sudeikis.
yeah. I call him Jason. Damn, I lost it. Damn, I had something. You know, I like him.
The show is amazing.
Really good.
It
I
is
might have
so
to.
good.
Now I have to really watch. Damn, I don't want another subscription.
It is so good.
I'm
And
gonna have
if
to
you
figure
buy
it
a
out.
new iPhone, you get a year of Apple TV for free. That's how
Shit,
I'm
now
watching it.
that's what I'm probably gonna have to go do. Now I gotta go buy a new iPhone.
That's how I'm watching it. And I watched Physical. I started watching Physical too.
Mm-hmm.
But Ted Lasso is great. If you're not watching it, you should be. It deserves all the awards that it has been nominated for. Or all the nominations that it has been nominated for.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk Loki. Let's talk Loki. There was a big reveal on Loki, the season finale of Loki.
Oh shit.
Jonathan Majors from
Mm,
Lovecraft Country, The
my
Five
second favorite.
Bloods, who is playing Kang the Conqueror in Quantumania, the Ant-Man movie that will be released in 2024, I believe, or 2023, one of those. He
Yeah.
appeared on a Marvel television show as a variant of Kang the Conqueror. And it was amazing. So,
Yo, like blew the internet up.
oh yeah, he blew because nobody knew. Marvel did such a great job of keeping that a secret. And the reason why nobody believed that it could happen is because the WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, everybody thought they were going to put a big bad in those seasons. And because they didn't, nobody expected one in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And it really blew everybody's mind that he appeared in this show. Um, and he did a wonderful job playing a quirky, like crazy, like just dude. And it's great to watch. I rewatched it yesterday because we did our final review for Loki. And yeah, he did an amazing job. He did an amazing job.
I literally want to watch
Um
it just because of that.
yeah. And he runs the TVA. That's a black business, right?
Mm-hmm. Yo, internet was like going crazy over it.
Yeah, you seen like the church fans with his face on
Yes,
them.
yes, hilarious. Like somebody was like, "Get on your Photoshop ASAP," and to a fan.
Oh, so a trailer for a film called The Last Duel, starring Jodie Comer from Killing Eve and The Free Guy, which has not been released yet, Adam Driver
Mm-hmm.
from Marriage Story, and the Kylo Ren from the new Star Wars films, Matt
Oh, okay.
Damon. We all know who Matt Damon is. And Ben Affleck
Yeah.
star in this film directed by Ridley Scott. And it is going to be released on October 15th. It is basically, I believe, about a woman, because I watched the trailer, Jodie Comer plays, who was raped or physically assaulted by Adam Driver. And she, in this 1800s world, or maybe 1700s, I don't know, is not letting up.
Mhm.
She said he did it. Nobody believes her, and her husband and Adam Driver are going to fight to the death. And if Matt Damon loses, then she's going to die.
Wow.
So, yeah. Yeah. So it looks very good. Looks very interesting. The trailer for James Wan's, who is director of The Conjuring. He also is the director of Aquaman 1 and 2. Released a new horror film that he's directing called Malignant. It premieres on September 10th on HBO Max and in theaters. Looks crazy. Looks insane.
Yeah.
Looks insane.
What's
And
his
I
name?
just love the nowadays of like Insidious, The Conjuring, Malignant,
Yeah.
Sinister, like these one word.
One word horror. Like, because I want to say I've definitely heard that word before. I'm trying to think of the meaning of it.
It just means like something really messed up, like a malignant tumor, or like it means like
Yeah,
something that's like
yeah,
really
yeah.
really
Okay. Yep.
really jacked up. It's some
Hmm.
some messed up stuff.
Yeah.
The trailer is crazy though. It's a lot of CGI, but it's because it's James Wan. I'm behind it, like, because he's really good
Oh yeah,
at
his resume is
scaring.
legit. So,
Yeah, he's really good at scaring the shit out of you, because the first Conjuring, like,
yeah, you already know. I don't really. You saw in the last one. I was like this.
no, but he didn't direct that.
Oh, he did. Oh, not this last one. Okay.
Mm-mm. Nope. He directed the first two. The first Conjuring, me and Camille went to go see that, and we were so excited because of Insidious. Everybody loved Insidious. Insidious is one of my favorite horror films. Um, it was great, but like we sat there afterwards and we was like, shit, now we gotta go home. And we didn't come together.
Oh
So,
my god! So you had to drive home by yourself
oh,
too?
but check it. It was like ominous storm when we got outside. So you know how sometimes it rains
And
and
then
then
you
it
saw
stops
me.
raining,
Yeah.
but it's thunder and lightning and you can see the lightning.
Mm-mm.
It was like that.
Mm-mm.
So the whole time I'm riding in the car home, I'm thinking about Bathsheba and Annabelle. Just and
Girl,
the nun coming for me. You know what I'm saying? Like
girl.
because all three of them are in that movie. So Bathsheba. Oh, because that you remember that article that they put on IGN about the people who stayed in the Conjuring house?
Yeah, with they dumb
That
asses.
that's the house that they stayed in, where Bathsheba, the witch from Salem times, was killed and hanged, and she said she cursed that land.
Now,
So they stayed in that house. That house is real. They put the
what is
footage
wrong with
in
you?
that movie of the real family that happened to. Yeah, them people stupid. But Annabelle was also in that movie as well, and the nun appeared in that movie first. So it was a crazy movie. So,
My
um,
gosh.
yeah,
It
okay,
look good. Look,
yeah,
it
yeah,
good.
yeah. Teaser trailer for The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf, which is an animated series about Geralt, who's played by Henry Cavill's mentor, Vesemir. It premieres on August 23rd on Netflix, and I'm a sucker for a good animation show, so I will definitely be watching that. Um, a teaser, a small, because teaser trailers are misleading. So you can have a teaser trailer that actually shows you what's going on, or you can have a teaser trailer that's literally like two characters and the title of the show that's actually can be turned into a
Yeah,
movie poster.
yeah, literally a teaser.
Yeah, like they released a teaser, like a teaser of a musical with teaser. It's a teaser. Uh, a musical, an animated musical called Vivo that will be premiering on Netflix at August 6th. It's a star-studded cast, but I didn't write the cast names down. It was a lot of people. I didn't feel like it.
And not
Another trailer for a horror film that will be released on VOD on August 20th. directed by the District 9 and Asylum director called Demonic, is coming out on August 20th. I just said that already. But anyway, it's about a woman who is estranged with her mother, and her mother is in a coma, and they have her in some type of VR world, and she is fully aware and awake in the VR world. So they have her daughter coerce her daughter to come down there and see what it's all about, and they scan her body to put her in the VR world. And when she sees her mom, something happens to her mom, because her mom has all these cuts and stuff on her arms, and she's trying to figure out what happened because she was estranged. And the
Yeah.
woman went on a rampage and then tried to burn down a house. Well, guess what? She was possessed, and she
Oh
went
God.
in the damn VR and got possessed by whatever was possessing her damn mama. And that's where the movie starts. But they got guns and shit. I don't know. The like Vatican got super soldiers with guns and brandons of the cross on their back and stuff,
Oh
and like
shit.
the monster looked like an alien from District 9. And I don't know, it looks
Sounds interesting.
interesting,
Yeah.
but I don't know. The trailer dropped for Vacation Friends. It will
Mm,
be
I wanna see that.
premiering on August 27th
I
on
love a good comedy.
Hulu. It looks like it's gonna be wow. It's gonna
It
be
looks like
wow.
it's good. Come on, man. John Cena. I feel like anything John Cena is, because he comes from a wrestling background, I feel like they're going to take it there. And then you got Little Real and you got Orgy. I'm excited to see them together. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not
excited.
feeling her wig in that trailer though.
Dang, I don't recall what the wig looks like, but
It's a curly
you
thing.
know what they say. You know what they say. Sometimes they be messing up on set. Like they don't be.
I didn't like it. It didn't look authentic to her head.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you know her, as Molly, and you've seen her on Insecure, you already know that they're making sure that their hair looks like,
Oh, they trying to distinguish.
you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah,
we
they are
shall
trying to
see.
distinguish. All right. In the Heights star Leslie Grace has been cast as Barbara Gordon in the DC upcoming Batgirl solo movie.
Ooh.
Congratulations. Legends of the Hidden Temple returns October 10th on the CW.
Oh, shit now.
I mean, did anybody that we know audition? Because I told everybody to sign
We
up.
sure did, and I just totally dropped the ball. And I swear, when they do second season, I'm gonna apply. I'm gonna go.
Okay. Okay. Now you know how to pronounce this lady's name from I
Who?
May Destroy You?
Shit. Hold on, I gotta see
Michelle, Michelle,
it.
Michelle Cole.
Yeah, what is she gonna be in?
Black Panther.
Black Panda. I think
Wakanda Forever.
is it? It's not Michaela. No,
Is it? No. It could be.
it might be Michaela. I feel like I haven't heard her name said many times, but y'all know who we talking about, or you should.
She has joined the cast of Black Panther.
You'll know it after this.
Wakanda Forever.
Forever.
And Winston Duke will return.
Yes, thick thighs.
The official trailer for Dune has dropped. It dropped today actually. It will be premiering on HBO Max and in theaters on October 22nd. Dune is a remake. It's a movie from the 80s that I don't believe was well received, but is a cult classic.
Definitely.
Zendaya's in it, so I'm gonna watch it.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's playing a character that was white previously,
Mm-hmm.
which can hint on something that we're talking about today. Because Rue from the Hunger Games was also a character that was a white character in the book, was played by a black person, and it was very, 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 very hard for white people to understand and
Step.
grasp.
Young
Fact.
Rue.
Jordan Peele dropped not the trailer, but
Not
the
trailer,
poster
a poster
for his movie that every time I see the title, I just be like, nope,
Nope.
nope,
Nope.
nope.
Nope. It's so black.
Yeah, like
not because it's just like it just reminds me of anytime people see something scary, like black people see something scary, and it's like I refuse to go through that. Nope.
Let me see if I
Nope.
can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up real
Nope.
quick. Like, as soon as I saw that cloud in the sky, and I read the title, I said, "Oh, nope."
And there's like something hanging from it. Like, nope.
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 Like, nope.
Nope. It's so good. It's so good.
It really is.
I'm geeked. I'm geeked. Just off the title itself got me geeked. Like,
yeah, like, nope. We're not doing it. We're not doing
hell yeah. Nope.
Let me see if I can get this together and put it up here. Oh Lord, what am I trying to do?
You is trying to put up a poster.
I'm trying, but I don't remember how to do it. Share screen. Okay.
Right.
A window. Nope, that ain't it.
A window.
Here we go. Okay, we sharing it. Is it sharing?
Hey,
It's working.
Yup.
Okay.
Nope, but yup.
All right, y'all see that? That's a big nope for me. That's a nope for me, dog. That's a nope for me, dog. That's a no. That's a no. We're not going there. We're not doing it. Well, I'm glad I know I figured out how to do that. Good job, me.
Yeah.
Where am I? The Rock will not return in any more Fast and the Furious movies.
Your man said, I'm done.
I said Furious.
Yep. All of the Furious, the fastest, all of them. Nobody wants to be in fact. Nobody wants another movie.
Nah, I don't. Them actors need to go act somewhere else.
They need to go be somebody else. We need no more Toretto. We need no more.
That's the only one name I know. I don't know no Letty. Who is Letty?
That's Michelle Rodriguez.
That's it. And the Torettos. The sister is Toretto.
Han.
Dead, ain't he? No, he's not dead no more.
They found a way to bring the man back. That's fine. They found a way to bring him back. I'm like, how is this story being told? I'm confused. I thought he died.
I don't know, child.
Is this the mission before he died? I like, how y'all reviving people?
I ain't seen none of them till Gaga died, since Gaga died. and he died. That's the last one I saw.
Gaga.
And The Rock was chasing them.
I'm sorry. To be perfectly honest, I think after Paul Walker passed away, they should have kind of just...
Yeah, they should have. But they didn't. Don't. It's too much.
Like, for real, all they needed to do was finish out the movie. They got his brother. Finish it out. Be done. Don't do it no more. Leave it alone.
I'll be crying, child. I can't.
I know.
It's sad.
Every time I hear that song, like
I just be wanting to cry.
It do bring a little like. I can't believe they actually play that song on the radio. Like
they played that shit on the radio after he died continuously, and every time it came on, I had to turn it.
It's sad.
It's sad as fuck.
It's very traumatic and like because of the way he passed too. So
yeah, because they didn't know, and in that song, like. Come on. Because that came out when the movie that I watched came out.
Yeah. And
then he died like right after that movie came out. Like
right after.
Yeah, so that's too much. I don't want to go there. I'll be crying.
I know you're right. We both done cried on this show. We're not trying to have a second time. We both got one.
Oh, shoot. I'll be next. That's a fact. Netflix wants to create a Fear Street cinematic universe.
I saw that.
But why did IGN say an MCU? It can't be an MCU.
I was so confused. I'm like, look, man, like I'm already like very like not hip, and I'm playing catch up with the MCU stuff. Like, you can't throw in Fear Street. That's just gonna throw me. That's really just threw me off. Like,
me and Devin was like, How they gonna make it a MCU? It's just cinematic universe, not a Marvel
It's not
cinematic
Marvel. So
universe.
it really messed my head up. Like, what are they talking about? Like, how, Sway? I was
It's
like,
like
now
they
I really have to watch it because I got to find out how they gonna make that. Like,
like how they gonna incorporate,
how they gonna do that?
how
So
they gonna mix it in there, how they gonna mix
for real,
it.
I was. Whew.
They gonna put Fear Street in the Sam Raimi's Doctor Strange because it's a horror film, and then it's just gonna
Oh,
all converge because
wow.
the timeline is fucked up anyway. So
Exactly.
they
That's what
could
I'm
go to
like.
Fear Street.
I
They
guess if it
could.
was any time to start watching would be now. It's all fucked up. It's all confusing.
The
Everybody,
timeline is converging
nobody
and
knows.
converging. It looked like veins now. The timeline look like veins in your body now. It's just shit everywhere.
Shit
Just
fall
woo, 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 woo. We can go anywhere with it. We go to Sesame Street. We go to we go to Disneyland. We can go to Toontown. We can go to Game of Thrones. Where you want to go? Where you want to go? The timeline is all fucked up. Sylvie fucked it up. Sylvie
apart.
just fucked it up.
It's done. It's
Shit,
done.
the MCU can go literally where it can go wherever you want it to go.
I wonder if they were like, "This is what we've always wanted."
It does make a lot of sense though.
Hmm.
Sylvie's actions created the next phase of Marvel, and
Wow.
that's just that on that.
That's just that on that.
It's just that on that because the timeline is like some veins in your body, child. It just looked like it's just all these little points, like boo 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 boo, just coming out. They're just coming out.
Pew, 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 pew. Oh.
Oh shoot. Okay, VH1. Wait. Oh, Jackass trailer dropped.
Oh yeah.
And it will be coming out on October 22nd. It does not look like it's going to be streaming anywhere. It's going to be in theaters.
Yeah, they make me go watch that.
And it just looks dumb. It just looks like, how are they still doing this? They too old.
Yo, for real. Like, I think like the trailer opens with one of the guys saying, "We always wondered if we could continue doing this, or how old we would be if we were still doing this." And they were like, "Well, Johnny Knoxville, 45." Like, it's nuts. Like, I remember that show when it first came on, like on MTV, and I thought that they were just like some crazy ass white boys, and I wasn't wrong. They still are. They still are. And I absolutely love Jackass. And I'm excited to see the add-ons. Sad to see that Bam Margera is not going to be a part of it, but I get it though. Like, you know what I'm saying? He lost his best friend, similar to like kind of a Paul Walker type situation. Very tragic accident. And I get why, like, it's different for him. It's different for him. So I understand why he wouldn't be a part of it. And you just Uncle Vinny.
Is he still alive?
I think he passed away about maybe 2 years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago.
Wow.
Uncle Vinny passed away, so I can understand why it's just not the same for him. Because Bam Margera had his own show.
Yeah, but he also has bipolar, don't he?
Yeah, he I think he realized that he had a lot of like,
and he went to rehab for alcohol abuse, substance abuse,
drug use, and all of that. All of that. So I think if anybody shouldn't come back, it's that man. So I totally understand that, and I would.
Well, I prefer he has a restraining order from the director of Jackass as well, like for 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And that's the part that saddens me, is that I think they're not on good terms. Like, but somebody probably pressed too many buttons. Like, that's what happens when people play too much. Like, and they get serious and they like, I don't want to do this no more. Like,
but not only that, they're just messing up the money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Messing up the coinery.
Yeah.
You need that coinery, and everybody want coinery. It don't matter where they at in life. So. VH1 is bringing back The Simple Life with Tamar Braxton, August Alsina, Dennis Rodman, and many more. That should
Lord
be
have mercy. It surely will be. I will be watching that. I'll be watching that.
Anna Torv.
That burst Flavor Flav and what's my girl's name? I forget her name right now. Lord, they had got a whole show off of that. That's how we got Flavor of Love, right? Like,
oh, you talking about I was about to say Liam Neeson, and that's not that lady's name. That's a
Lord,
man.
that might as well be the woman version of Lisa.
And moving on, Anna Torv from Fringe and Mindhunter is joining the cast of the TV show Last of Us, and it's going to take $10 million to film each episode.
God damn.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're trying to make a video game a TV show.
Yeah.
Question: Jonas Brothers or the Hemsworths?
The Hemsworths.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. I just asking.
Yeah.
See where your head was at. See where your head was at.
Yeah. I mean, I did have to give it a little thought process because Nick, like, okay. But sorry, like, Joe ain't got nothing on just Chris. Like, so.
Yeah, no. And then Liam.
Speaking.
And the other brother not ugly. He just don't look like them.
He just don't look like them. He just don't look like them.
He's not ugly at all.
He just don't like when you see Michael B. Jordan's brother, and you're like, wow, you guys don't look anything alike. Like,
yeah, no. They don't look.
You're a bad looking dude. You just don't look as fine.
No. But I mean, I think they do have the same eyes. You just have to look at them good.
Real quick.
Oh, Liam. He's in the movie we were
He is, I know. That's why I was like, just off that. Like,
without the hair though, he a baby.
Yes,
a baby.
That was my first time, I believe, like seeing him.
Like without a beard?
No, general? My first time seeing him act ever.
Oh yeah, that was like his breakout role.
Yeah, right. That's what I was gonna ask too. Like, was that
like all of them? Like except for maybe Josh Hutcherson. I think he's from a Disney show.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was his breakout role. That was his thing. That was the thing that put him and Jennifer Lawrence on the map for sure.
It really did.
Thoughts on Space Jam?
Yes. Okay. So, speaking from my LeBron standum, I have to give it's a okay, because I can't go with it was terrible. I have to give it's a okay. But right, I didn't like the story. I seen it coming from a mile away. Like the moment he did the little fucked up layup and Ron stepped in and said, "What the hell was that?" I was like, "Oh gosh."
I was like, y'all know don't nobody like this man, and y'all gonna make him unlikable in the movie. That's whack. I was like, that's whack. I was like, that's whack.
Just not smart. Obviously, LeBron's acting. The most obvious thing, LeBron's acting was not up to par. He could not. What's the saying? He could not hold a candle to. I mean, and we said this in our Space Jam review. Like, we were very impressed with MJ's acting. Like, damn, the GOAT really out here. The airness is really out here. Like, he did an amazing job, and that was just.
My favorite part
from the New Legacy
is when he said, "Oh, my son, my dear son, don't you know how much I love you? Don't you understand? I don't even think I'm saying this right." And he threw the ball.
I was like, what the fuck just happened?
That was the worst acting ever.
I was like, damn, man.
Like that part was just
my favorite part is when he said, "Taz, I love you." That had me dying.
I like the dab when he was like, "What you say? You want me to dab, Dad?" And he's like, "Dab."
Like, yeah, that part. Yeah,
that part was good. That part was good.
I mean, but I felt like that's because that was Bron, like being himself. I think that he was really trying to put it on. I think he was really trying to impress, and I believe it's because he's acted before.
But he
But
did great in the train wreck. Like he
he,
did great in train wreck.
you
Like he
know, and
was
that's like
amazing.
I never saw Trainwreck, and I've only seen snippets of that. But what I had seen, I was like, wow, like I'm impressed. Brian got some, he got a little acting chops. Like I think,
Yeah.
but
So
think
I was looking forward to it.
I think the pressure got to him. I think the pressure got to him of following following the great.
That could be too, but
A lot of
also
pressure.
in Trainwreck, he was acting with actors. Like you gotta think about it. Like those first
Yeah,
5 rows of people were the only people there. Everything else was green screen. I mean, like that's hard. Like that's hard
it is.
for
Not
an
easy.
actor who does this like every day.
Correct.
Like, but I ain't trying to, because I'm partial to him. But
Yeah. Right.
I didn't like the story either. I
I
didn't like the fact that they tried to like say something about video games in the beginning. From jump, I was like, "Oh hell no, I don't like this."
yeah, they really went. They could have done better. They could have
And
done
they
better.
marginalized his life as well in the beginning of the movie. Like basketball is the only thing that can get you out, and I didn't like that
Yeah,
either. I
I
didn't like that.
didn't appreciate that either. I was like, was that the only thing that they could pull from LeBron's like story? Is that the only thing that they could like pull? But I had to also remember, like, I'm a grown ass woman who's seen Space Jam, and the moment that I heard my brother saying that my 4-year-old nephew was 5 minutes into the movie and said, "I'm LeBron James," like, then
No,
I
the
was like,
movie was amazing. Like from a
oh,
kid's perspective, it's amazing.
great.
It's amazing. Half the movie was
Totally.
a cartoon, and Rick
Totally.
and Morty was in it.
Now
Like that.
that's where the movie just kind of took it to a place where I'm like, the original Space Jam cannot fuck with it. Where
No,
they included the whole world,
but it's like it
all of the
reminded me
world.
of Who Framed Roger Rabbit when they went into Toontown, and
Oh,
because
so
when I was talking
good.
to Real about it, I was like, close your eyes and imagine a streaming service in your head. Like, how would the streaming service look in your head
Yeah,
if you had to describe it to somebody? And I said, honestly, in my head, if I think about a streaming service, that's how I would think
that's
about
how
it.
it look. That's how it would look.
That's how it would look to me.
That's how it would look. It kind of reminds me of the second Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph, like, kind of reminds me of that when he
Never
goes into
seen
the
it.
internet.
Child,
Like,
I never seen it.
really? Lord
No.
have mercy.
But I did see Ready Player One, and it reminded me of that.
And that too. So it's just all of that. It's all of that. So I will say that they nailed it. It was a lot of things that they absolutely nailed, right? But I think the thing that is supposed to carry a film, that's supposed to carry a movie for someone, for us, they messed up. They messed up. So,
But I think his acting was so bad. That's why the whole like 40 minutes of the movie was a cartoon, because they could work with him on voiceover.
totally. My homie said, she said, you could tell it was just like a lot of cutaways, where you could tell like LeBron maybe effed up a lot because like they had to do a lot of like, okay, now Bron, because they couldn't get it in the wide with, just like you said, with green screen, like they couldn't get it going. They couldn't get it going.
No, he
With
couldn't.
a TFC radio,
I just think that was probably really hard for him. But
really
I actually really enjoyed the film, like from just a classical, like, wow, I wish I could have, because I like paused it and rewinded when they showed all the worlds and everything like that. So
yeah,
I
that
could
was
see
pretty
every
sick.
world. I thought that was super cool, like a Game of
Yeah.
Thrones world and a old timey film world, Casablanca, and like
Yeah.
then they had a Harry Potter world, and then they had like the DC world,
Oh,
and then they had like I freaking loved the scenes of them going to get the characters with like Mad Max, Fury Road, and then
yeah,
you
that was
got the
pretty sick. Yeah,
Matrix in
I thought that
there.
was dope. That was
Yeah.
a dope little twist too, where it was like, well, everybody, like, Bugs was the only one left, you know.
Yeah.
And I
And I liked
definitely,
that they used that animation style for DC World from like the old Batman cartoons that used to come on TV and
yes, I
stuff.
thought that was interesting too, that they decided to pick that, you know. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's like that classical style though, like Warner Brothers. It was really good. I mean, it
I'll
wasn't
say
really
that. It
good.
has something for everybody. It has something for everybody. But I think us as adults could not, none of us could overlook LeBron's acting. And
No, it was bad, man. It was
it
real
was bad.
bad.
It was
It was
bad.
bad.
I was like, let's fast forward to the game.
I also didn't like that they didn't use Marvin the Martian more. They made him the bad guy. I mean, he is a bad guy, but I ain't like that they didn't use him
He
more
had
in the
such a
movie.
pivotal role being the referee last time, and I think it was very interesting. I like the use of the Road Runner a lot more.
Yeah,
It's
and that red guy, the big
the
red
big red
guy.
guy, yeah, where it was just like, man, I remember him, but I don't remember him. And I thought it was dope that they had like brought off a lot of other characters that we didn't get to see a lot of growing up, period, and brought them in. So it was sick.
But I will say this, they forgot to cut a scene out because you remember when in the cartoon LeBron was going around Toontown looking for people and he went to Paris? Who would have
Yeah.
been in Paris? Who would have been in Paris? And I was like, why did they keep that in there if they took his character out?
Yeah, it was like, dang, why you gotta do that? They sure did do that. Dang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, hey GFT Radio, I have my thing up. Toya,
Yes,
I have to go to the bathroom,
I
so
knew
you
it.
can tell.
I knew it was coming. I was like, it's coming. It's happening. But I know what to do. I know
All
what.
right, all right. I'm gonna mute myself, and I'm
Right, because last time. All right, y'all. So while Chevy goes and to the little ladies' room, I'm gonna let y'all know the movie that we are reviewing today. So, as y'all know, this is July. This is blockbuster month, so only makes sense that we go after films that were huge blockbusters. And I feel like this film, I mean, it has such it's great because it follows up perfectly. I mean, we're there with the Twilights, the Harry Potters, the what's the other joints? Frodo and all of them. It's up there with them. And so we're doing the Hunger Games, came out in 2012. Let's see, what is the synopsis of it? So, yeah, it's like an action adventure. Yeah, like 2 hours, two hours and 22 minutes. So we have Katniss Everdeen voluntarily takes her younger sister's place in the Hunger Games, a televised competition in which two teenagers from each of the 12 districts of Panem are chosen at random to fight to the death. Directed by Gary Ross, written by Gary Ross. I had no idea. This was a screenplay. That's dope. Starring Jennifer Lawrence, Josh Hutcherson, and Liam Hemsworth. And there are a lot of amazing people who are also in this movie, along as Stanley Tucci, Elizabeth Banks, and also the good old Woody Harrelson. I feel like they just and a really great surprising role from Zoe Kravitz's daddy, Lenny Kravitz. So he shows up with some gold eyeliner on, and I totally forgot he was in this movie, and so it was really nice. But they got a lot of awards for this: 33 wins uh, in total. Yeah, man, the Hunger Games, and I believe it's 3 to 4 films altogether. When Chevy comes back, I think she has like the numbers on what it actually did in terms of that week. But it's like a star-studded cast for sure. Like everybody that's in this movie, like comes with it, like really comes with it.
They do.
Yep, I was right. Yep, it's 3 of them. Oh no, it's 4 of them.
Yeah, it's 4.
It's 4 of them. Yeah. So you
All
got
right.
Hunger Games, Catching Fire, then you got Mockingjay Part 1 and Part 2.
Yes.
Man, I really think it's up there. I really think that this is
That
up
movie
there.
was good as hell.
It's good.
That movie was good as
It's
hell.
a good ass movie. And
That movie impressed me. It was like I never seen it before.
I know. That's how I felt today. I was like, oh, I will be watching the rest of these when
Yes, because I
I
need to see Snow die again. I need to see him die again because I hate him. I hate him.
Oh my God. So, just straight up. Just straight up. I was
Kiefer
definitely
Sutherland's daddy out there acting ass.
acting our ass.
Just acting.
Anyways, do you have the numbers already up, or yeah, tell the people what the Hunger Games did.
I'm surprised at the budget. The budget was 78 million. Wow. The opening weekend was 152 million.
Yeah, damn.
That's domestic. The domestic gross is 408 million. Check it. They did this movie for $78 million. The worldwide gross for this film was 694 million.
It came up.
Now that's a blockbuster.
Now that's a blockbuster. Now
It
that
busted the block.
They busted the block. The block has been busted. This is the block bust.
They busted it. They busted that block, baby.
Oh, for real. And y'all, this is like how they started.
Yes.
This
Dang, that's a lot to live up to, actually.
It's a lot to live up to. But Hunger Games is the absolute shit. Like, after I got done watching, I was like, that's why I like this movie. That's why I like these movies. That's why I love this whole franchise.
Yeah, and I didn't watch the film. So when it came out, I was like, ugh. Because I think the Divergent series had came out or whatever, or Twilight. It was Twilight.
Twilight, and teenage stuff had already kind of
hit.
It was like, yeah, I'm kind of over it, like Maze Runner and shit like that, you know.
Yeah, and I think it was the end of the Twilight, and it was so bad that I wasn't really here for another book rendition, and I'm not into Harry Potter, so I was like, I'm not watching that. So I was a paraprofessional at the time. I was working at school, and one of the ladies who worked there, she was telling me about the movie, and she was like, you ain't never seen Hunger Games, you ain't never read the books? I said, no, and I have no intentions on seeing it, so you can tell me about the whole movie. And she told me about the movie, and it made me want to watch it. So I went home that weekend. It was on HBO at this time, and I watched the Hunger Games on demand, and that Jennifer Lawrence blew me away. Jennifer Lawrence blew me away.
Good. She's a really good actress.
Oh, Jennifer J Law,
baby, J Law. Yo, she was putting on. She was putting on the scene. Man, there's so many scenes that I feel like you better act your ass off, girl.
I love her, and that's what kept me in the movies, because
you can get lost. You can be like, damn, hurry up. What is happening? Like 40 minutes in, you're like, y'all ain't went nowhere. Y'all ain't did nothing. But they really set the scene for you, because they already know. And man, we're about to be in this world for another 3 other movies. Like,
yeah, oh my God, it's so great. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Let's get into it.
So I'm excited. After I finished watching that movie, I was like, yes, I want to talk about this.
Oh, for real. It almost made me wish I watched it in the beginning of the week, because maybe my week would have went different. Like, I mean, I had an okay week, but I'm like, damn, like I could have rolled the energy of this all week. Like
yeah, I watched it on Tuesday, and I've been riding that wave. Like, so.
Yeah, see, I wish I did that. I was like, I couldn't wait. And I was very excited to watch too. So I guess it was the same exchange.
All right, so you already told them what the games is about, right?
Totally.
Okay. All right, so we start this movie on the day of the choosing of the kids who are going to be chosen. The reaping day, chosen to represent their district in the Hunger Games. Now, you would say to yourself, if the war is over, why are they still doing the Hunger Games? But they admitted it in the beginning of the film. Yeah, with the guy from American Horror Story, the game maker. Basically, it's for fun now. We do this for fun now. We watch
for entertainment.
We watch children from the ages of 12 to 18 kill each other for fun. That's what we do as a community of people. This is what we do.
Human race, like we get together and enjoy
this reality show.
Children killing each other.
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick.
Absolutely disgusting.
So we meet Katniss Everdeen, because that's how I knew I liked this movie, because as soon as the movie started, I said, there go my Katniss Everdeen. I knew who she was before I even saw the movie. Like,
Yep.
that is a character name that I will never forget.
Man, come
Katniss
on now.
Everdeen. Never.
Come on now.
Never.
And as much like as much as we're like, if there's a little tinge of bully in you, if there's just like a tinge of people like the roast people, man, as much as you want to roast the hell out of that name, you know, cat piss, you know, catnip, you know, bruh, you ain't gonna do that shit. She don't play that.
No, she don't play no games, but
play
she's
that.
such a sweetheart. She's so sweet. So sweet. So we meet Katniss, and you know, her sister is literally waking up from a nightmare.
Yeah.
And she tells her, your name is only in there once. You're definitely not going to get picked.
No.
Well, life comes at you fast.
The odds are not in your favor.
Life comes at you fast.
Life comes at you fast when people like to watch 12 to 18-year-olds kill each other for fun.
Right. So, you know, Katniss goes, you know, we see a glimpse into her life. You know, we don't know anything about what the districts mean, but we see that she lives a meek life. Mm-hmm. And we see that
excited about a piece of bread.
Yeah, but not only that, the most telling part about where she lived is when she climbed through the fence that said high voltage. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, they don't even care about y'all enough to keep y'all out of other districts or keep y'all out of free land or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They don't give a crap about what y'all do because y'all are not important. And not y'all in the sense of we knew what the hell was going on, but these people don't matter, obviously. Yeah. These people don't matter. So she goes out there, she's a hunter, she's a fighter. Then this stupid ass boy come and mess up her kill.
Messed up the whole thing.
But it's beautiful ass Liam Neeson.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful Liam. Liam Hemsworth. So we had to be like,
I mean, did I say Liam Neeson?
I thought you was tripping. That's why I said, that's why I said it out loud. Like, she did just say that.
Yeah, no, I fucked up.
Which is Dale. Liam Neeson probably was fine when he was younger, though.
Maybe. I don't know.
He was fine when he was younger.
I don't know. I shouldn't have said that. Now people think I like him. He's slightly racist.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to chase down a black man.
Trash.
He wanted to chase down a black man.
We're introduced to like, well, we realize, like, just like you said, we realize the life. You know, like, you can't be, you know, even though he made fun of her, like, what the hell are you gonna do with the big ass deer? Like,
I mean, because I was wondering the same thing. Because bitch, you just snuck through a fence.
But it's also like that tenacity and that the thing that she has. I don't know what to really call it, but just like the hustler to go get her. Like, I'm gonna make it happen.
I'm the one and the two.
Right, I'm the one and the two. And guess what? I'll get to 3 if I have to. Like, I'll figure it out. Like, I'm just gonna kill it and then we'll figure out the rest. Like, yeah, she didn't have a complete plan, but hey, she was gonna figure it out. She was gonna come get your fine ass to help her if she had to. Like,
right, Mr. Dale. Right. Mr. Dale.
But anyways, you know, we get a little glimpse and we see the flirtation between them. We see that they are just friends, but it could be more, you know. But man, you ain't got time to think about sex and boys and like when you hungry as hell. Like,
no, or like when it's a reaping every year.
Oh yeah, when it's every year, and this is the day of.
Right, and Dale's name is in the box 42 times.
Right.
So, you know, when she gets home, what we notice about her mom is her mom is very despondent. Like, she's not present.
She is not.
And she doesn't have a relationship with her younger sister.
Yep.
And it's weird because it's like, what's going on there? But then you see, oh, so when y'all say like, y'all gonna get picked to go fight to the death, y'all mean that shit. Like, this ain't a joke. So I could understand why her mama don't give a fuck about her little sister, because she might die. You know what I'm saying? So fuck her. You know what I'm saying? No offense. But yeah, that's where her mama head was at.
For real. For real.
I'm gonna take stock in my daughter who almost passed the age. Exactly. My oldest daughter is almost past the age of reaping. So I'm gonna take stock in her because I can actually build a relationship with her. The other one, I gotta wait because she's just 12 now.
6 years.
Yeah, I gotta wait out 6 years to see if she's gonna
Not
make it.
and not to watch it, and to not to watch it though. Like it's different. We ain't talking about you send your child off to war and you don't know what they come back with the flag and they're like your baby gone. We ain't talking about your child went to go hang out with friends and then the cops come to your door and like sorry to tell you this, but like we talking about this is entertainment. This is television. Everybody know what's up. People are going to talk about it. People you want to see it because you want to.
Because it's available to you.
Because it's available to you. If it weren't available, I don't believe that nobody would be trying to go out their way to really see it.
No,
it's right there. I mean, I feel like you'd have to go.
They literally live stream it in every district.
Yeah, you'd have to go dig a hole and put your head in it to save you from it.
Yeah, to save you from it. Yeah, because they literally, even if you didn't have a TV, they live stream it in every district.
Mm-hmm.
So we see. And I thought, because I watched this from a first time perspective and a second time perspective, and like, granted, like when Katniss told her sister, "Your name is only in the thing one time," and then knowing what I already know, it's like, damn, they picked her fucking name and his name in there 42 damn times. Like, whoa.
It really was like some meant to be, vibes where it really was the luck of the draw.
Yeah, and that's so freaking crazy because I mean,
yeah, it's not many ways you can slice it. Like
it's like just
his name is in there 42 times, and this is her first time, and it got picked.
Like, come on, bro. Like, come on.
And when we say like this is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Not just the streaming of the actual event itself. From the moment that they arrive, everybody knows that they're there.
Yep.
The way that it is presented and the way the way it all happens, everybody's in attendance of it. Like, it's a big deal.
And it's like, it reminded me of like internment camps, like how the soldiers were there and how they had to get scanned in and how they couldn't get out of line and they couldn't make waves, or everybody knew what was going to happen if you did that. And, it reminded me of that. You know what I'm saying? And, watching that movie for the first time and not knowing or not believe, because when that lady told me everything, I was like, nah.
Oh, shut up.
Girl, you tripping. That's not a movie they actually made. Like, so watching it for the first time, watching that shit happen, watching her Supreme get her name called, and the first time watching that, you like, oh my God, like, are you freaking serious?
She 12.
Like, are you freaking serious? And honestly, we still didn't know the extent of what we were actually getting ourselves into.
No, not even a little bit.
No, we didn't know that there are 12 districts. We didn't know that this is a game and you got to get sponsors. We didn't know that they really gonna be killing each other. We didn't know any of this. Like, we could literally say it was a joke until, you know what I'm saying? Because we've never seen anything like this. We never seen. The first time
I ever heard too. Same thing where it was just like somebody telling me like I think my brother told me like it's a bunch of kids killing each other. I was like, shut up.
Yeah, nah. When she told me that, I was like, that's why I didn't want to see it though, because all I heard when the movie came out was about Rue, and I didn't want to see that. So I stayed away from it because I didn't want to see that. It's hard to, like, even in Fear Street, when the kids were being killed, they didn't show it on camera because it's still something that's very hard for us. Like in Pet Cemetery, when the son get hit by the truck, we know what happened, but they didn't show it. You know what I'm saying? It's still very hard for Americans because this is based off of a Japanese film in a Japanese culture. It's hard for us to watch this. It's hard for us to comprehend this as Americans.
Sure.
So they don't show it to us. It's hard even for us to watch kids killing adults, let alone kids killing other kids or a kid dying on
Yeah,
screen.
especially at the expense of entertainment.
Yeah, and in a horrific way. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah, like
So
death.
I didn't believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? And when Katniss volunteered, it was just kind of like, you see Dale react. You see her
Mhm.
mom react. But
Mhm.
honestly, her reaction from the mom for Prim and the action for Katniss, totally different.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
She was not fucking with Prim.
No. No. Not even a little bit.
So Elizabeth Banks is like a character that I loved the most
Oh
in
my
that
god.
franchise because of her progression.
Oh, the best. The absolute best.
She went from being this oblivious talking head, like
Yeah, like
figurehead.
I'm just doing my job. Acting that almost seemed like she enjoyed it.
But that's the
Like, if you know
thing.
what's happening, you're calling children out to go die. To
Yeah,
keep,
it's like you can compartmentalize that shit, man. Like
yeah.
you can make it think, like you can make yourself believe whatever you want to believe to get what you need to
Mhm.
do done. But that's why when we meet Woody Harrelson, he's a freaking alcoholic because he was from District 12, right? And he was a
Mhm.
winner, but
Yep.
he's literally been sending kids to die because he knows the truth about the system. The system ain't made for us.
Yep.
I won on a fluke accident, baby.
Yep.
This wasn't made for us. it,
Like,
it
yep.
was made to hold us. It wasn't made for us.
Mhm.
So Katniss,
She do what she
she's
do.
the 3 minute shit. Like,
You know how I feel about movies that tell you times and then and
go over the fucking time.
they go over the time, or it's not as much time. They were a little under 3 minutes.
Ooh,
They were a little under 3 minutes.
really?
It was made like, it made like 2 minutes, 10 seconds, something like that.
Mm. But
And
I loved when she got in her mama ass. Like, you can't disappear.
when she
You
got
can't.
her mama
Mm-hmm.
ass, she said,
Mm-hmm.
"Girl, I know we've been through some things, but what I need you to do is make sure that you stay on top of this. Don't let this happen. Don't let this happen. Do you understand me? Do you hear me?" And it was, you know,
Don't cry.
yes,
Like,
don't cry. Don't cry. And not don't cry like, don't have any sympathy or empathy for me. It was
but
like,
don't break down
don't break down because
because you
I
think I'm
already,
gonna die. Because she can't believe that.
you can't, we can't go into this with that mindset. We have to go
Mm-hmm.
into this that I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I love y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming back. This is not all in vain, because it is supposed to be my sister, but it's me, and it's gonna be me, and we're gonna figure this out. We'll
Right.
figure this out. I
Right.
don't know how, but we're just very similar to the deer situation. I don't know how. I'm going to make it happen, and
Right.
I'll figure it out the rest when I figure, like, when it happens. But until we get
Yep.
there,
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
yep, perfectly put. And it
Yep.
happens, and never forget, we also are introduced to Peter, like,
Oh yeah, because he got
he's
called
caught
too.
on the male side, and so we know nothing about Peter, right?
Other
Until
than the flashback that she has.
where it seems he shuns her off.
Yes, at first.
She's like hungry in the rain. He comes from out of a storefront. Looks like he maybe has like access that she wants, and he looks at her and he walks away in this
And
flashback.
he
And you're
give
like,
it
oh
to the
shit,
pigs, bro. He give it to the pigs. Get the bread
and
to
we
the
see the beat.
pigs.
Right, yeah, because they don't show you that the first time. They don't show you that to the second time where the bread just goes out into the mud and you're like, damn.
No, the first time they show
You're
him
right. No,
giving the
you're right.
bread
I'm
to the
sorry. Yes, you
pigs.
are right. The first time he gives the bread to the pigs. Yes, you are correct. He gives the bread
And
to the
it's like,
pigs.
oh my God, you
Like,
are
well,
a
damn,
terrible
okay.
person.
No regard to human life. Okay. Like, damn.
Right.
And yeah. And then later on, we notice that oh, maybe it's a bit different between them.
I
So,
wouldn't want no wet ass, muddy ass
I don't want
bread.
no wet ass, muddy ass, dirty ass bread either. But I mean, I guess you
If
could
you
always eat the inside of the bread. Like you ain't got to eat the outer part. Bread like that be hard as hell, so you can eat the softer part inside. I'm just making excuses. Anyway, but
and it was burnt.
I thought the blackness was from
The
falling
dirt?
in the mud.
No, that shit was burnt when it fell in the dirt. He gave the good bread to the damn pigs.
God damn, Peter. I tried to have Peter. Man, I just wanted to like Peter so bad, but
I didn't like Peter. I never liked Peter. I don't know why she started liking Peter, and then Peter choked her ass out later on.
He sure did. Oh my God. Okay.
Because of snow.
Because of snow. Okay. Snow ain't
I'm sorry. Because
we jumping.
That series is like that shit made me want to watch it. I kept like wanting, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like so much.
See, in this first one, you only get a glimpse of snow. Again,
but
this is the first part. So they really drug it out, but they didn't drag it out in a way that make you feel like, hurry up, get to the action. They're creating the world for you.
You didn't want them to go.
You didn't want them to go. You were hoping that something stopped them from turning around, not going. So like, once they're in it and you see like, oh shit, they are really leaving and they're only giving them 3 minutes with their family and like it's happening. And then you see the, similar to what you see in like slaughterhouses or what happens to animals before they're killed is the whole kind of like the coaxing, like, let me give you nice things and make you look good and feed you food and, just
give you the best time of your life because you about to die.
Time in your life before you realize what you're really about to get yourself into. I mean, they even train them at one point in time.
Yeah, they get mentors. Every team gets a mentor.
They train them. They give them an idea of what they are to expect when they're out there. Then you realize
they dress them. They put them on TV. They ask them questions like they're local celebrities.
Yes, they interview them as if they're like athletes before a playoff game.
Yeah. and the thing about it is
create stories and tropes about
it's terrible. And not only that, Woody Harrelson admits that the only way you'll survive is if you get people to like you. So you get sponsors, because people sponsor a death match between kids from the age of 12 to 18.
Sick and disgusting.
That's like Nike saying, "Yeah, we gonna sponsor the Hunger Games."
Right. We gonna sponsor like a death street fights. And or we're gonna give this neighborhood, we're gonna lock down this neighborhood, and we're gonna give y'all guns and missiles and all this type of mass.
And then we're gonna stream it on Twitch.
And we're gonna stream it on Twitch. And
McDonald's and Nike gonna be the sponsors.
Right, we're gonna put Nike on your chest. We're gonna give you the best shoes so you can run quickly and get around. And if you do real good, we'll send in some extra reinforcements for you. Like you need a little help. You need a map. You need to know where people are. You need us to shift you somewhere. Like, because again, we're talking about like advanced technology. So they're in a very controlled environment. So the people, the game keepers, the game maker, they have control over this place, and they can do
whatever the hell they want.
They can make a tree fall. They can make a forest fire.
They can make devil dogs.
They can make devil dogs that actually can kill you, not like play.
No, really. They can genetically modify wasps.
Bro, it's like real,
and it's terrible.
It's real. So we go through this whole rigmarole of like, them getting to know Woody Harrelson, us getting a little know more about Elizabeth Banks' character, where we're just seeing her being very like, guys, be happy.
But that's the thing, like, it just made me wonder, like, how long did they actually train for? Because they connected to Katniss, at least.
Oh yeah, people was feeling her.
Like Katniss she was the one and the two. Okay, she was the
And
one
that's on
and the two.
period.
She was the one and the two. But I can understand why Woody Harrelson was so disconnected from the situation because of how many times he had to do this. How many times have he had to watch kids die
Yep.
and have been. It's one thing for Elizabeth Banks to be oblivious. She's never had to be in the arena. It's another thing for Woody Harrelson to have to train these kids and have to survive through this and live through this and watched other people die and had to kill somebody else and many other people probably to get where he is, and then have to send kids off to their death, a death that you can enlist in the army. I mean, now granted, at a time you had to be drafted, but even they weren't like, think about it. Like in the Hunger Games, if you have 5 kids, it's not like your oldest son is the only one whose name gets dropped in the box. No, they want all of them. They want all of them.
And it's gonna happen every year until they turn 18.
Exactly.
Straight up.
And the less money you have, to me, honestly, the more kids you have. So with that being said, in District 12, they had it looked like it was hundreds of kids out there.
Tons.
Whereas in District 1, they probably don't have that many kids. So that's why they have special ones that they train and prep for, who volunteer for it, because you ain't taking my baby. You ain't taking my baby. So let's breed children in District 1 just so they can sacrifice their lives for this cause, and we gonna finagle it so they can win.
Man, so crazy. And you learn this world more and more as you see the hop snob people, and you see the events, and they're grooming them in more ways than one. They're grooming them physically, they're grooming them mentally. But then you have one of my favorite cameos that I've ever seen in a movie. You have Lenny Kravitz come through as the I guess
stylist. Yeah, stylist.
Yeah, like a stylist. Yeah, like the wardrobe stylist.
Looking fine as ever.
Just looking fine with the. Y'all know, I love how they went real light with the little golden eyeliner. Just a little.
That's a beautiful man. That's a beautiful man.
I mean, even just hearing his voice before you see his face, which I thought was such a great, just like a dope way to bring him in, because it reminds me of that funny TikTok where it's like the celebrity walks in, when the celebrity guest walks in, everybody's like, ah! Like the line out. And I just imagine like Lenny Kravitz, like you see Lenny first, and everybody's like, Lenny, American woman.
I couldn't wait.
Yo, they let him speak first, then they let it like really go down. But anyways, they were. That whole first part is a really like them grooming them and getting them prepared. But what everybody knows for sure is that you cannot prepare for what's to happen. And Woody gives her some advice and tells her, "Hey, don't go after the weapons." I don't know if I'm skipping past too much, but what
skipping?
I am skipping. Like, we have to really talk about Peter, because that's now we're finally figuring out Peter. We're seeing how weak he is,
how raggedy he is.
We're seeing how
I do not like that boy.
What tripped me out is that when you're introduced to Katniss and you see how the cloth that she's cut from, and you see the lessons that she's, like the way that she's taken on life, and the way that she's decided to live in a very like proud and with integrity, you're just kind of like, how did he get that way? Like at first I'm thinking like, oh, this must just be the way of the land. Like this is how District 12 and 11 or whoever they are, this is how they carry themselves. And you realize like, no, like that's just something that she took on.
Yeah, no. I mean, but his parents didn't like him.
Yeah.
He's probably the weakest of all his brothers. It's hard being a boy in a group of boys, but I just didn't like how he's just a punk, man.
Yeah.
It bothered. Okay, so let's just get through it. Okay, so
Right, because
Okay,
we never gonna pick
so
a movie at this point.
Katniss. So okay, they did their training. Blah 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 blah. They did their
Yep.
training. Boo 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 boo. Peter was a punk in the training. She told Woody Harrelson that he could throw stuff. Because what I realized about their characters is something was going on between them. They knew each other. They seen each other.
Mhm,
They grew up with each other, so they could see each other. And
mhm.
she knew things about him, and he knew things about her that they didn't even know they knew about each other. And
Correct.
whenever they revealed those things, they kind of looked at each other like, "How do you know that about me?" Like when
Right.
he said, "You can shoot an arrow really well," and she said, "You can throw things really good," and they both were shocked. Not saying, not saying she did or didn't like him. I just think that she thought he was a weak man,
Mhm.
and that's not her type
Correct.
because
Not
Dale is.
not when your bestie is Dale, Liam, walking around
See,
looking
I
like
never thought they was
16.
besties. I always thought they was like semi in a relationship.
Mm.
I never thought they was besties. As soon as they sat down outside in that field, I was like, they about to be dating, but this is about to put a wrench in their plans. Like,
Ooh, that's a good observation. That's a good observation. I thought they were just friends that had just never even explored that. Like I said, like maybe light flirtation, maybe like I like him, but I ain't got time to think about that, you know.
no, I think they were like
They spent
never
a lot of time
kissed,
together. Yeah,
never kissed. You know how I ain't never kissed you, but you know what it
yeah, but
is.
they done brushed up across each other like, ooh.
I'm so sorry, Toya. I have to pee again.
Oh my
Like
god. I can't walk
I
with them.
tried. I tried to pee
Go
before.
not. Go not, nigga. Go not. I don't know what I'm gonna tell the people. I don't know how I'm gonna talk to the people by myself about this film. I guess I could just talk about like how it's not safe that we're lusting over Liam Hemsworth because he's a child in this movie. He's a 17-year-old. Like that's maybe not the most safest thing to be saying out in public and putting on YouTube. But we just want to let it be known. Let me find out how old he was during that movie. How old was Liam Hemsworth in the Hunger Games? See, other people want to know. I'm glad other people wanted to know this too. How old was Gail in the Hunger Games? Well, we don't want to know that. Oh, he was 18. Oh, it's cool then. Oh, it's cool then. Maybe that's why he wasn't like so crazy cuz his he it was no chance that he was going to get caught. So maybe that's why he was chilling cuz he was already 18. So he had already hit the age. Hmm. That's interesting.
I back.
Hey, that was quick. Good. Well, come to find out, Liam Hemsworth, Gail was 18.
Oh, like in real life.
Uh, no, that's what I was trying to find out. I don't think he was
Oh,
18.
so he was in his last
Yeah,
year,
he was in his last year, which
but
explains
she was
why he was
17.
so. Yeah, right.
She was
No, she was
17.
16. It says that he was 2 years.
Wow.
He 2 years older than Katniss, so she was 16 years old.
Wow. I thought she was 17. So how old was Peter? 15?
I don't know. Let me look it up real quick. How old was Peter? Peter.
No, real 7. You need to watch the Hunger Games. This is really
You really
fucking
do.
good.
You
It's
really
really
do.
good. And Dennis Quaid's son is in it.
Right. Oh, he
Mm-hmm.
was 16 as well.
Okay. Okay. All right. I
He
guess.
was 16 as
Whatever. He
well.
didn't act like a 16-year-old. He acted like a little bitch.
He act like a little bitch.
Bitch.
Little bitch boy. Little bitch boy. That's what he act like.
Okay. So they train. We find out that they need sponsors. Woody Harrelson tells Katniss she's not very well liked because she almost knifed him. You know.
Yep.
But Peter is all about playing roles. You can see that from jump.
Completely
He
straight up.
about playing roles. That's the
People
type
are
of
gonna
man
love
he
it.
is.
People are
But
gonna love
Katniss is being her genuine self, and I feel like that's why she had a better relationship with her mentors as well.
it. Yep.
And when they had to go in to do their evaluation, that's what it's called,
Yeah.
to see where they fell on the spectrum, You know, I was so excited for that part because I didn't remember it until she pulled the bow out and was like,
Mhm.
yeah. Because
This
she wasn't
big.
that great with that bow. Like, she
Yeah, she
was
wasn't.
okay.
Yeah, she was I.
She was all right. She wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? The stress of it all. She couldn't have no stress on her. She needed
Mm,
to be in a relaxed environment to do what she needed to do. But what I love that scene because she gave no fucks. She was the one in the two. She is the one in the two. Okay.
you feel me?
And when she hit that freaking,
Ooh, the pig and that.
I
That's when
said,
I like.
thank you for your consideration.
Look, that's when she was like, and I'm the two. And,
Oh, and I'm about to be the three.
and I'm
Can
about
you
to be
see me?
the three.
Can you see me?
Like a top five.
But in that moment, that also made me realize that the game maker didn't realize, like, the game you're making is killing people. This is not for entertainment. This is somebody's real life. So
Yeah.
when Snow brought him in and was like, yo, what's up with that girl from District 12? Like, do you really understand why we doing this? And this is when we really understand what it's really all about.
Yep.
What it's really all about is control.
Completely.
And we allow this girl to think she better than District 1 or 2. Like, we're going to lose control because the reason why we control them is because they're PETA. They don't think they're worth anything. They don't think they'll ever be anything. But this girl, she knows, even though she lives in District 12 and she got to wash with the same water that's in the bowl and she got to scrub that shit. You know what I'm saying? She know her worth.
Yep.
And we can't allow for them to know their worth.
Like he said, you know, the fear and the hope thing. That's how we keep them.
Yeah.
We keep them fearful and we keep them hopeful. And we keep tugging between the two. And that's where we stay at.
Yeah. But you thinking it's a game and it's bigger than that. But I mean, you think you would have told the game maker that before he started making the game. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But so we go back and now what you gonna say?
No, it wasn't a full thought. Maybe it'll come back to me.
Okay. So we go back and now they're revealing the evaluations and Katniss ends up getting the best numbers, which makes PETA again feel inadequate standing next to her because he cannot hold a candle to her.
He cannot.
But why should that matter though? You know what I'm saying? My issue with him was, you know who she is, you know what she about, you know who, you know her, you know who she is. Why do you feel inadequate standing next to her when you already know you are? Like,
well, I would say it's because it's what I was talking about, the whole grooming process. I think it was what we're talking about. He raggedy. So he saw an opportunity. He saw an opportunity to change the narrative of who he really is.
you're right.
Whether he wanted to or not. It reminds me of another what's the movie that we watched about the women's baseball league?
A League of Their Own.
A League of Their Own, yeah. It was like the sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember the problem? It was like, damn, I know you're better. I know you're the best. And I know I'm not as good as you. And I'm going to keep putting myself down. But God damn it, like, I do want to be better than you. And I want people to rave and rant about me.
But they just being their authentic selves.
But they're just being their authentic selves. And that's where that type of jealousy.
That's the gambit.
That's the gambit. That's where that jealousy and that envy comes from, when somebody can so easily do them and you have to try hard and you have to, you have to do the extra.
Ooh.
Even if that's not even your vibe.
That just hit me. That's a word.
That's a little word, a little baby word. Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that. So okay. Now
we at press The
Yeah,
first press
the
with
first yeah,
Stanley Tucci and
yeah.
Peter
Oh
about to get his
man,
ass beat.
he killed that too. Stanley Tucci killed his role.
Oh, he did. I mean,
Oh,
because when I think about this first one, I can't stop but think about how everybody progresses in this film.
mhm. Yeah.
And
If you watch it for any reason, watch it for that. Like just so
yeah, like Elizabeth Banks, like people didn't know Elizabeth Banks for anything other than like Mike and Mary make a porno, and then she did Hunger Games, and she was like nominated for awards, and people was like, "What, Elizabeth Banks?" And it was like, "Yeah,
baby
her
girl
for
got
Mike
shot.
and Mary make a porn." Like she did, everybody did
Mhm.
so well in all of these films. In
Yeah.
all of these films. I mean, you can't look at one and not think about the others because that's
Period.
how the story is told.
That's how it's told. I mean, even the way, and I'm obviously completely jumping, but the way this movie ends, it was very hard for me not to continue to. I had other things to do, but yeah, if this was Monday, I would have watched. I would have watched the whole thing. I would have watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean,
I would have got through the whole
it's
thing.
good. I mean, I don't think I like one of them,
It's
but
I think Mockingjay Part 1 kind of falls a little short somewhere.
yeah,
I believe
one of
one
them
of them
don't
don't
hit.
hit the way it's supposed to. I believe it's Mockingjay Part 1. I think at least
That's
first.
the one where Peter choked her. I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I think that's the one. I agree. Yeah,
Cause
now we do got to rewatch.
she about let that boy kill her. He fucked up her vocal cords and everything. She couldn't talk for like a long
He
time
did. Oh my god.
because
Okay,
she loved him, and I don't
I
understand.
don't know. She was
She
a
loved both of
sucker
them.
for the bitch boy in him. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes,
the very thing that would you think that you would be unattractive and you wouldn't want was the very
thing that she liked about him.
yeah. And I mean, but think about how her life was set up. It was the way. It's the relationship she had with her sister. It's the relationship that she had with her mom. I mean, probably the only person that ever stood up to her was Dale. Like he was the
Yeah,
only one.
but not only she didn't get care, and Dale didn't give her care either.
No, he didn't.
Peter
Yeah,
did. Like Peter
yeah.
gave her that love and affirmation that she needed, and I think that was something that she lacked in her life that he provided to her.
That's such a good observation, and I believe that that is exactly what it is because those every moment that they connected, besides where it seemed like it was obviously, like placed in,
Yeah, yeah.
Peter did that. He cared enough. He cared enough to say, no, don't do that. Oh, no. Like, let's make sure you're okay first. Like, well, no, let's make people love us. So well, this is what we should do. And you're right. She didn't get that. She didn't get that. So it was like
Right.
a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. So
Fresh air.
Katniss is at this press thing, and I just love her. I like she is a press junket's dream. Like
Yo, for
from the
real.
moment she sat down to the moment she got up, it was just like that would be me if I was at the Hunger Games. Like, what you just say? Like, huh? Like, wait a minute, this is too damn much. And I'm gonna try to play it off like I'm
Yeah, look, I
cool or
know what I'm
whatever.
doing.
And then they made her spin. I hated that. I
Oh
hated that.
my god, the
I
spin.
hated it. And I hated Peter. I hated him. But I mean, in that moment, I kind of realized it was kind of like has he really been like looking at Katniss all this time? Or is he playing?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
Like,
what? I asked myself that too as I was watching it, because obviously the only flashback we ever get, and when they do talk, they never discuss a lot of like how they knew these things about one another. They would just drop some knowledge on each other, and they'd be like, it did make me think that was he. Because, okay, obviously these were things that were being talked about behind the scenes. So it's like, was somebody also talking in Peter's ear about this whole like love
right,
affair?
because he changed. He after evaluation, he didn't no longer wanted Woody Harrelson to be his coach. So I thought they coached him to say that, but I also was saying like But why wouldn't he like Katniss? Katniss is the shit. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, who?
you saw it on everybody that met her was like, I fuck with you. You know
Yeah,
what
like
I'm saying?
you kind of you not
Yeah.
a people person, but you a people person.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're not the kind of reminded me of myself in a way. Like I'm not a people person.
Yeah. You don't like people, but people like you.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much, pretty much.
And
And
when
I
you
don't
do like
understand.
people, you like
You
them.
like people,
You know
yes,
what I'm saying?
yes, yes. And then when people like me, I'll be like, but why? Like,
And I think that was a lot of moments Katniss definitely had where it's like,
what the hell
okay,
is going on? Like, I
I don't
don't
understand
understand.
what this fire is doing for y'all. I don't understand me and him holding hands. I don't know what that's doing for y'all, but okay. Like, if you say so.
Right. But Katniss got in his ass.
Oh, she did. She sure did.
She got in his ass. But okay, so that brings us to this scene, and this scene is very important, I feel, because Peter and her like made up that night right before the games, and he basically was like, I don't want the games to change me. I want to show them that if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die on my own terms. And then we see him in the games doing exactly the opposite of that. And that was the only authentic moment I thought he was having. But
Mm-hmm.
then for him to do that, it made me just dislike him even more because even what you said to her in private isn't authentic.
Yep.
Now you
Yeah, like
just
how
suck.
are you so incapable of being your true self? What is
Yeah,
stopping you? What is stopping you from standing up for what's right? What is stopping you for just at this point not even standing up for what's right? Because obviously y'all are all here to kill each other, and so there to some
and
degree
if y'all
you have
don't kill each other, somebody gonna kill y'all.
somebody's gonna kill you. So where is the tenacity? Where is the instinct in you? Where is the fight or flight?
Right,
Right? And you're to me, you're not even doing the flight. Like
right.
you're not even necessarily completely punking out. You're just going the most shisty, snake, dirty, ratchet, like
To
raggedy,
stay alive.
just to
To stay
stay alive
alive.
and to possibly be killed. Like it was because just what you said, like, dude, how you gonna create? How you gonna get part of a team that you know that in a heartbeat they slit your throat?
Right. But that's because he's been a part of that team his whole life.
Yep. So, man, and I swear I don't know, and I guess it's the same reason why she rocked with Peter. You know, like that was the part that just made me really want. I wanted to like him so much. I wanted to like him so much,
I
but
just liked him for the whole franchise. I mean, I'm gonna say this: the second movie, I liked him more, and I liked their relate. It's just something so precious about the way she played Katniss. It is something so pure and so precious. And my next note is this: there is never a time when she said thank you in any of the Hunger Games movies that I didn't feel it in my heart.
mm-hmm.
Like her thank you to people, whether they gave her something, whether they gave her that medicine, whether Peter gave her something, whomever gave her anything in that movie, when she said thank you, I felt it in my heart.
She meant
Like there was something so sincere about that because it's a scene in the second movie where I think Peter gave her a necklace or something like that, and they on the
yep.
beach, and
Yeah.
she says thank you, and I'm just like, oh, it just hit me in my feels.
Yeah.
Like she played that character so pure. Like
Yeah,
I
J-Lo,
love Jennifer. I love her,
yeah, she
but
killed that. She killed that.
she killed that
She
role.
killed
And
that.
it's so crazy to say she killed that role just by saying thank you.
Just by saying thank you.
Like
Yeah, and you're right though, because now that I'm thinking back, when she does say thank you for the medicine,
yes.
she did. It wasn't like she was just thanking whoever. You know what
Like
I'm
and it
saying?
was
Like,
so thankful. It was
like
so thankful.
some real like almost like religious type vibes, where
Yeah, like
the way people thank the Lord when they get something that they've been praying for and needing so bad and asking for the strength for it, and they're finally like blessed with it. It was one of those things, like that
Yeah.
amount of gratitude. But that's what comes with the territory when you come from a place
Where you don't get shit.
like hers. Yeah.
Oh, because I'm thinking, because I just read my next note. I'm thinking about right before she goes into the arena when Lenny Kravitz gives her jacket and he zips down that part and it shows the pin and she says thank you, and it just
again, and it's so funny you said that, because I start running down all the times that she said thank you, and the fact that I could remember all the times that she said thank you in that movie really just doubles down on what you're saying. Like, she really got it. She really figured it out. And also
yeah.
amazing acting as well. Just like on J Law's part, like, girl, you killed that.
Yeah,
Killed
she
that.
killed it.
Right. Like, that was a very like important component to who to say like what Katniss stood for and who she was as a person.
Mm-hmm. Like, she went for the BS, but she was thankful for every moment she was there, thankful for every moment she was alive, thankful for every person that helped her, and it was genuine. Whereas you have this character of Peter who is disingenuine, and it reflects in his actions and everything he does.
Yep.
And it just don't make sense how somebody so genuine. I mean, we know why she aligned with him initially. I think she just fell in love with him as the time progressed, but not really, but kind of. Like, it's very fucked up how their relationship happens, because it happens for no reason other than medicine. You know what I'm saying? And it became something. It became something more. Like, she cared about him. She didn't want him to die. She didn't want to have to come back home, because she, at some point, she got to the point where she knew, I'm winning this. I'm winning this. I'm not dying here. I'm winning.
Yep.
And she knew that she couldn't go home by herself. If there was an opportunity for me to save him because they changed the rules of the game, then that is what I have to do as a human being, as a person, as a District 12 member, as somebody who grew up with this guy. I can't let him die. I love him. I love him as a friend, but then it kind of got twisted in the game, boo.
Yeah. And which just shows how like maniacal the gamekeepers were.
You
think about
and the sponsors too.
And the sponsors too. And it make, because it pissed me off when the humans themselves would do everything that they were supposed to do and that they should be doing, and then they would do something like, oh well, let's make this interesting, let's have a little fun, let's start a fire, let's do this, let's put out ravenous dogs that can tear them apart, like,
let's just end this,
let's just end it, let's change the rules, let's change them back.
Let's just be assholes pretty much. So they in the game starts. Woody Harrelson tells her don't go for the supplies. That scene of them kids killing each other, especially that little boy, last little boy
who gets his throat.
Like that. I'm glad they did that with the fast motion. I'm glad they did it like that,
showing you exactly, like, you don't see weapon hit skin, you just like see us, the action and then the result of it. You do still see blood, you do see dead bodies, but you don't necessarily like see kids actually getting stabbed, like, oh my gosh, you're right, it happens very like slow fast. It was weird.
But it was still messed up. It was
extremely like hard to watch again.
Yes.
It's one thing hearing it, it's one thing imagining it, but
seeing it,
and even it still being censored, just like real life being censored, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, because obviously, like, us, the audience, is seeing something different than what them in the movie are actually experiencing. They're actually seeing the slitting of the throats and dead bodies dropping way more like raw and uncut than what we are as the audience are seeing. And you see her taking the advice, but also being like traumatized by what's actually happening. Like, oh shit, like I know I've been told what's gonna happen. I even myself imagine what could happen.
But I ain't think it was gonna go down like
I didn't
this.
think it was gonna be
But
like
also, I know what he said, but I'm still trying to do, because I'm Katniss and I'm defiant in my own way. I'm gonna try to see what I can make shake, but I didn't think it was gonna be like this. And she run into one of the other girls. She didn't want to kill her. She didn't want to kill her. They went their separate ways, and Katniss did exactly what anybody who's of nature would do. And I'm like, she is super smart, and I think instantly when the game makers saw her do what she did, they said, oh no, because that's who they want to die first.
Yeah.
And she playing a long game, because obviously where would you go if you know how to climb a tree and they gave you a fucking rope? Why the fuck would you not sleep in the trees? These is kids. They not thinking.
Nobody's thinking like that.
I don't care how you train a child. They're still children. They're not thinking, oh, I'm gonna climb up in a tree and I'm gonna sleep in a tree at night. No.
Right. I'll just rough it out.
Just like when the old girl, when she woke up in anger and saw that fire and was like, oh, they so stupid. And they died. You know what I'm saying? Because she knows, like, just in hunting, because I hunt. If I was hunting you, you would be dead because you lit a fire at night.
And now I can see you.
And now I can see you.
And now I can see, I know exactly where you're at. I know. I smell you. Yep. I can see you. I can eat your food. I can take your weapons, and you'll never even know.
Yep. But just imagine, like, watching this girl from District 12 come in there. She walking through the woods. She made her something to eat. She made her own fire. She put that bitch out. She climb up a tree. She go to sleep. Like, fuck this shit.
Like, oh my God, she really about the, like, she
about this life. She about to cheat the system.
Yeah.
Because that's what she was really trying to do.
She really found a loophole. She said, I'm not, because what we find out at the end is what this system has created. Fear and hope. Mm-hmm. But when someone says,
I'm not doing none of that.
I'm not doing none of that. I'm not scared. Mm-mm. And I don't believe in hope. I go out and get it. I don't hope and wish and sit off to the side. I'm gonna go get it.
I'm gonna let these fools kill themselves, and when the dust settles, I'm gonna be the winner because I was sleeping up in a tree.
Yep.
Especially when I see Peter being a bitch boy.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna sleep up in a tree.
And that had to hurt. That had to hurt. Like hearing.
I mean, like damn, boy.
Hearing him be like, oh, I know what she's like. Now seeing him take the same tips and tricks and all that amazing knowledge he had and knew about you and give it to straight up the enemy.
The psychopaths. The kids who were trained to kill.
Because they knew. They didn't mind slitting the throat of a 12-year-old. They didn't mind killing their peers. They enjoyed that. It was like some real purge type shit where it's like,
until they didn't. Until they realized that this is a game that's not made for you. Whoever dies, dies because it's entertainment.
Yep.
They made you believe that you were going to win. They made you believe that the odds were in your favor.
Yep. And if it weren't for a lot of the behind the scenes and the impressions that she made on the Woody Harrelsons and shit, even Elizabeth Banks' character, if it weren't for that, and of course, just like straight up Woody Harrelson, because he still had the plug inside, like, she wouldn't have been able to get through a lot of situations.
Oh, no, because when she got fucked up by the game itself, because she was fine until they said, oh, she doing her own thing. We can't have that. Let's fuck her up. And they fucked her leg up. And Woody Harrelson was like, let me go help her. And that scene of him watching her be hurt and his man give his son a knife as a gift. And now he pretending to stab his sister. Bro. I'm like,
bro.
This cultural and this world is crazy. Also, I would like to say this too. Their world held up. Like, when did this movie come
out? 2012.
It's 2021, and that movie still holds up to CGI of today.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. There weren't many parts that felt like, especially if you're thinking about like the holographic stuff, and then I'm thinking about the most recent movie I've ever watched that had holographic stuff, like a Black Panther, when she comes out of like, really, it wasn't
That
like
movie looked real good.
it
It
looks
wasn't like I was
real.
looking at it and was like, oh my God, this
I
look.
kind of missed it. It didn't. It
No,
aged. It's aged well.
it's aged well,
It
very
aged well
well.
to 2012
Yeah.
to be a
So
first, and probably kind of like a bit a first of its kind, maybe the beginning, because when it's like the first generation of stuff like that, it's gonna be kind of weak.
right. So they find Katniss because she all fucked up.
Yep.
You know, they gonna wait it out. Peter tell him to wait it out because he don't really want her to get killed, but he really in a tough spot. So
Yeah.
she up in the tree. They give her the medicine, thanks to Woody Harrelson, and then Rue appears and tell her to cut the wasp out of the tree to get them to fall on her. And then we find out these not even regular. I'm thinking they bees.
Me
They
too.
like these genetically
Genetically,
modified wasps.
yeah, and engineered bee wasp that can not only create hallucinations, but if you are stung enough, you can die.
Correct.
And it's like, whoa.
Yeah, my girl type stuff.
Somebody on the world was like,
yeah, they were like, no, don't go there, sister.
Don't go there because oh my God. But yes, like she's doing it though.
But she getting stung all the damn way.
She getting stung through the whole thing. But again, just showing like how far she's willing to go. Because she could have gave up. Yeah. She could have tried to find another way. But she said, this is the only way and I got to do it.
She should have used those wire cutters though. Like
the wire cutters probably would have been very helpful. But now thinking about that right now in this moment, she would have really cut up her hands really bad because she would have had to use and she would have had to wrap those wire cutters around, and she didn't have nothing to protect her. It would have just she had to use the knife. She had to use the knife. Or if like she had something strong enough to like throw at it, but no, that wouldn't have made it knock down to
because then the bees would have been, the wasp would have went every goddamn
around her. They just would have But man, was it a genius idea. And Ruth
and that one girl died.
That one girl died.
And she took that bow.
She took that bow, baby.
But I was dreading the Rue appearance because I was just like,
you know what's to come.
Because no, that's the only part I really remember from the movie.
Oh, really?
Because I had to pause it. It was one of these.
Halt.
So before it happened, I cried about it, and then I said, "Okay." And
okay, we could go. We could go ahead and keep going. It's so sad. I remember the first time seeing that, being like, "No."
I was just like, "Oh my God, this is not happening. This is not happening." I was like, "This is not happening." I wasn't. Nobody else was in there with me, but
we didn't get this far, and this is happening.
I was like, I am disgusted. I am hurt. I am just flabbergasted. I am confused. I don't know what to do. They just killed the baby. They just killed the baby. They just killed the baby with a spear. Like for real. Like, this is happening. This is that. We're here now. This is happening, and we're here, and this is happening, and we're here.
It's so wild because, I thought that was interesting, in the beginning, it starts with the 24, about 12 kids get taken out the first round, that first round we're talking about when they first get there, right? A lot of younger kids, very strategic with like letting these older teenagers, which actually makes sense too, because they're more experienced, they're older, they're stronger, so on and so forth, right? So, it's not easy, but it's easier to watch a bunch of 17-year-olds and a bunch of 16-year-olds.
Yeah, because we know the actors are grown, so we can just say they're adults.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy to watch them go at it, right? And then, of course, as we get to know people, you're like, I just want to see you die at this point. Like, I don't like you. You're a bitch.
Right. But you're like a baby. She was a baby. She was a child.
And then what And then when she gets close to Katniss, what we realize is she just represents her sister. Like the reason she's there in the first place.
That fucked
like,
her up. That fucked her up. Like she was just fucked up.
That cut scene where it's like, I forget what's happening, and then they cut to her and she's just like, boom,
like just bawling. Just bawling. Like, and then you think about the fact that everybody is seeing that, but when she cried, when she buried her, I said, "Oh, she got sponsors out the ass. They about to help her so much. They feeling her. They feeling her. They feeling her." But at the same time, this is fucking her up. Do y'all realize she is fucked up for life now? She is fucked up for life. She is never gonna be right after this. It's done for her. It's done. Like that cut scene when she's sitting there crying and she just bawling. First of all, amazing acting. Second of all, she is fucked. She is done mentally. She is done. I'm killing everybody. Anybody come to me. It ain't no talking. It ain't no talking.
What's the scene in Paid in Full? Mitch, when we find out they took my little man. I swear to God, of course you ain't never seen it. How are we ever going to do this? How are we ever going to do this, Chevy? If every time I mention a movie reference, you is over there like,
sorry to that movie.
What to the people who know about Paid in Full? You know about Mitch.
Well, we gotta have a whatever would be that classified type of movie month.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
because I don't want to be like
Lord have mercy.
Black people.
Shut up now. Shut up.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. But
yes, just amazing scene, and just again, just like you said, you fall in love with Katniss. If you didn't like Katniss then, you were gonna like her now.
Oh my God. I mean, like, come on. Like, she buried the baby. She sung to the baby. She cried about the baby. And then she cried about her again.
And then you know it was real because that's when Rue's district, man, they went crazy. They rioted.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Rioted. That's probably what it cut from. That's what it cuts from the riot.
Oh yeah, it sure does.
Like done.
It sure does, because she was crying and she was, and I mean, I feel like that moment signified for me. Like for so long, people have been so numb about the games, but her humanality in that moment created and reminded people that this is real and this is really happening. We are killing our kids for entertainment and it's not okay. This girl, Katniss, she is fucked up about this. She didn't just walk away from that body and say, okay, that's a part of the game. This is why we're here. She was devastated, brokenhearted, tried to protect that girl, and it broke her. They saw her break on national television, and it reminded the people who suffer that this is real. Like, we can't numb ourselves to this. We have to do something. These are our kids. And I always kind of think in my head, like maybe that was her dad that rioted, that started the riot.
Low key, because it was a black man that started it. No, you're right. That's exactly what happened. Dang, bro.
But that police, the police stuff, it's just like, oh Lord. But I heard in the movie and in the book that the District 11 is supposed to be like a black people district. Like it was supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Damn, man. So where do we go from here? We
go from baby dead, Rue, and Rue actually was in. She was in The Hate You Give.
She was in Hate You Give. Yeah. Amanda Steinberg, like a really great actress. Amanda has really grown as an actress, and I'm excited to see like her future and what she continues to do. And I was like, damn, look at baby Amanda.
Right. So after Rue was killed. She didn't pass. She was killed. Yeah, they make Snow show the riots. They show Snow coming to the game maker like, hey, bro, you fucking up because this Katniss girl, because she did the thing. She did the hand thing. She did the thing. She did the thing. And that's when everybody went crazy. And that's when Snow had a meeting with the game maker and was like, yo, bro, you don't get it. Like, you don't get it. Like, you don't get it. Like
you're about to lose control.
Yeah. And you don't understand. And I like you. But you better bring it back.
Yeah.
Because I want her dead. I want her dead. So basically, Woody Harrelson, because they trying to kill Katniss. Woody Harrelson come to him because Woody Harrelson knows after that riot, like, oh no, Katniss, you done messed up. I know you couldn't help yourself. I know you was doing the right thing, but you done messed up. So let me go speak on your behalf, and you don't even know it, and try to tell you that she's needed. They're needed in the game, and don't try to kill him by creating a love story. So they decide that now they want to allow for, if two people in the same district are still alive, that they can win. And instantly, because of the loss of Rue, the only other person that she knows in the game, she rushes to try to find him, to try to save him, because she can't let nobody else die in this game. Like, she just can't, like, she literally cannot, for her mental stability.
It's like imperative, because at first it's just this thing of like, I gotta make it right, and then it becomes this thing of like, we gotta make it. You know, and if there's anything that I could do to save as many people as I can, I will do that. And then it's like, oh shit, they really like switch the game up on me real quick.
Yeah.
What do I do now? Like, this is out of my control.
Right. So she go to find Peter. Bitch boy Peter in the ground, decorated like a damn rock, bleeding all out because he done got stabbed in the leg, and it's bad. You can see the bone. Like, he dead, basically, almost. He had got hay fever and shit. And
that was supposed to be funny, but goddamn, it was funny. When that bitch, he woke up as a rock, like, nigga, like, what the hell is you doing?
So she take him in the hole, you know, and he talking crazy now. He confessing his undying love because he think he about to die. He got hay fever. He losing his shit. He losing his mind. So how did they end up kissing the first time?
How did they end up?
She kissed him because he was talking. He was talking too much.
He was talking. Yep.
He was talking too much.
Yep.
And he was saying too much nice shit, and she thought he was gonna die, so she kissed him. Then all of a sudden, the sponsors sent a thing, and this was the turning point of this movie and their relationship, which made it bad because, keep in mind, it's live streamed. So Liam Hemsworth.
You're just gonna keep calling this man Liam Neeson. You're gonna keep calling this man Liam Neeson.
Dale.
We're sorry, Mr. Hemsworth. We are sorry. We apologize.
Dale is looking at this on the screen. And in the back of her mind, every time you see that they're trying to build a relationship, you can see her thinking about Dale. Like, I felt like I could see her thinking about him. And
I agree. It was many times where I was like, damn, do she give a fuck? But I was like, no, I think she do. I think she recognizes that, like,
this is messing some shit up at home. Yeah. Yeah.
This was really bad on my behalf. Like,
right. Yeah. So they send that medicine, and they talking about, you call that a kiss. And I said, oh shit. Now she got to make a choice. She has to make a choice. Dale's or Peter's life. Because it's about sponsorships. You know what I'm saying? If we need something else after this, and they don't believe this is real, then Peter is gonna die. Because that wasn't even the medicine. That was some soup.
Oh shit! Yeah,
they didn't get the medicine until after they kissed for really real.
Yes, you are so right. Yep.
And that's what made her go down that slippery slope of, I don't really like him, but I gotta play this up for the camera. And then she started fucking liking him. And I don't even know if it was like a strong like or just a strong attachment in a moment after she had went through something so traumatic that she didn't even know what to do. Because,
you know what we saw that?
Yeah.
Trauma bonding.
Oh yeah. And then you see a prime representation of that when they go out in the woods after he heals, because whatever medicine they gave them. Oh, because she went out to get, what did she go out to do? Get the medicine. Get the goddamn medicine.
Well, get the medicine because they specifically put the medicine out there for each like whatever your
Oh yeah. She was whole ass about to die.
And that's when she had the buck out with the girl, and
with the knives.
yep, and my man's came and choked her out.
Yeah.
He choked her out. He just mashed her up against.
Yeah, he was real strong. He was
That
real
was
strong.
bitch.
I mean, but that other boy snapped a little baby boy neck. Oh,
Snap that boy neck. Those were hard to watch. I swear. I mean, bro, I don't know if this is gonna sound really terrible, but I think I'd rather see a kid get like stabbed than like have their neck cracked.
no, I can't. That was too much. That was too much.
Bro,
And it was a little baby boy. I don't know why I'm calling 12-year-olds babies, but that in comparison to them grown ass people,
you compare them to fighting to the death. They're babies.
Yeah,
They're babies. They're babies. Yeah. Yes, a 12-year-old is a baby. If you're talking about here go a knife, a gun, go fight.
And not only that, go fight. It's not like they made a town where it's like hotels and shit. Not only go fight, but also be in the wilderness too.
Right, because that's something that they mentioned during their training. Like, oh well, some people don't even die from like they just.
Most they said 60% don't die from murder, death, kills.
Yeah, they said 60% like from natural causes, which makes me believe that the gamekeepers turn it up a notch. They make it older. They
probably dry out water resources.
Yeah, they take away stuff so they have less to hide and keep warm. Give them less material. Like it's just like how we have themes. They're like, yeah, let's make it an Alaskan theme. Let's make it.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. So okay, they kiss. She go get the medicine. He all talking about, girl, you need some medicine too. Now they got it. He all telling her, and so he was so precious then. He was a precious man in that moment. He was. He truly was. And she was a precious little devastated. She was very raw. Her emotions were very raw. And I could understand. If a bitch boy want to cuddle with you in a raw moment, you gonna take the cuddles as they come.
Yeah.
You gonna take the cuddles as they come. So he get healed. They go back out and they looking for food. And he goes to look for berries and she hear that damn cannon and she start losing her fucking shit. She is such a good actress. And she find him.
Like for real.
Yeah. And she's just like,
the cannon goes off and they're both like,
and she is just in a tizzy, in a panic, and she find that man and she hugged that man and she's screaming at that man. And I said, oh, this poor baby is fucked up. Like in my notes, I just got every time she was just having a nervous breakdown, she is fucked up. Like
she is like, you're talking about somebody that's like trying to figure it out and keep their cool throughout like some of the most traumatizing things that she's ever been through in her whole entire life.
But then when it happens, it's like she can't even manage it. It's just like it's here. I'm having a panic attack. I'm having a nervous breakdown. And I need bitch boy to console me. And thank God that he's here.
And thank God he is here for those moments. Because if he weren't, I don't know if she would have been able to get through. I don't know if she would have been able to get through.
She'd have just been crying. If they wouldn't have made that announcement while she was crying, she wouldn't have had nothing to live for, and she probably would have let the next person just kill her.
You're right. She would have just gave up.
At that point, she was done. Like she was done. She just watched the little girl die in front of her. That was sweet and precious and helped her and trusted her and believed that she could protect her, and she couldn't, which made her feel she couldn't protect her sister either. Which made her feel she couldn't survive, which made her feel that she was worthless, which made her feel just a damn emotional roller coaster. And she was right here. She was going down. Down.
Straight up, dog. It's true, man. I really felt bad for her during those moments because it's like she was seeing it, like it's like it was just like you said. Like I believe at one point in time she really truly believed, like, wow, I'm there. I'm just like one step away. I'm just one that away. And you're like, damn, if you're seeing this for the first time, you really are believing, like, I don't think she's gonna make it, dog. Yeah. I don't think she's gonna make it.
Yeah. Oh, it was another good part that I noticed just from like a Black Lives Matter perspective when the black guy killed that girl and he was like, say her name.
Yeah.
Lee. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
oh.
He was like, I heard you say her name. I heard you say her name. Like you that's what yep, say her name. Yep. I was like, damn, low key, this is low key powerful. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah.
This is for Rue. Killed that
Yeah.
and did.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. That girl died. It's only like maybe 4 people left. So they bring out these devil dogs, kill the black guy. It's 3 people left now. They get they get to the point where they running from these dogs. They trying to kill them. They can't. The only boy left is the boy from District 1 who snapped the little boy's neck. And now he's coming to the realization that my life is meaningless.
Yeah.
And
Where like
either, yeah. What was you about to say?
yeah, I was gonna say like for times before where he probably felt like he had something to live for. You know what I'm okay, Ebony. He felt like he had things to live for or whatever. Like I think that he realized that like at that moment, yes, it's a wrap for me, dog. It's a wrap.
Yeah. And I
Like
think it was because they sicked them dogs on him and he didn't think that they were going to do that.
yeah, like when you've been a winner all your life and you've been set up for success, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the moment you realize that, just like you said, this ain't this. I'm not being set up for success. Wow, these
Mm-mm.
people will watch me die. They have
Mm-hmm.
championed me up until this point, and
Mm-hmm.
now it's my turn, and nobody's my sponsor isn't coming through. Nobody's looking out for me. Damn, like,
Mm-mm.
it's a wrap. My job it's a wrap.
Right.
It's a wrap.
So then all of a sudden Katniss get real good with that bow and arrow and shoot the man in his hand. Then they beat him up and they kill him. Well, and then she put him out his misery because the dog was eating him. That was noble. So then they want to change the goddamn rules after the sun then came back up and everybody happy again. And they want to say, oh, haha, nope. You got to kill one of y'all got to die in order to win the games. Katniss, good old Katniss, takes those poisoned berries and say, well, fuck it. Let's just kill ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's just die. And then it's like, wait, no.
We don't want you to do that. No.
Y'all both can win. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. We'll just let y'all do what y'all gotta do.
What a now thinking about it now, like watching the movie, I was just so impressed because a lot of that I forgot. But now thinking about like the after the game is over, it's so sad. Like they supposed to go back to their lives with this trauma and do what? She got to go and answer the deal for what she did with Peeta. She got to pretend to be a fake lover to Peeta if they want money. You know, if they want to have a decent life in their district. Like, yeah, what happens now?
Right, because what the whole setup to that point is like you win and you are famous and you're rich and the life that you have been living, you're out of it, but at the expense of what?
Exactly, because you've had to live a lie in this game to survive. And Peeta think you love him for real. But you see Dale and you like, oh, but Dale.
That's what I really want.
Yeah. And you like, oh shit, but what I'm gonna do?
I've always wanted the simple life anyway. Like, right. You know, like, okay, we in this war, things are different, whatever. Like, but like at the end of the day, like I'd rather have this simple life than have this so-called amazing, like rich and famous because I killed a bunch of people.
Right.
I won a death match.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. She technically only killed like 2 people. And Peeta didn't kill anyone.
Yeah, Peeta, he came out with clean hands.
Yeah, she killed the girl with the wasps and she killed Dennis Quaid's son. Those are only 2 people. And I guess they killed the other guy. She killed that guy. So yeah, she killed 3 people.
Killed that guy, yeah.
She killed 3 people.
Well, what did he didn't kill that girl. He made her eat the berries or something. What
No, she just was eating the berries because she didn't know that they were poisonous. So he didn't kill her.
Oh,
Because
you
I guess she saw him picking them, so she just was trying them, and they were poisonous.
You
And she
know what
tried.
I thought was interesting and that I noticed the second time around when she came back and hugged him, they zeroed in on his hand and his hand looked like it had blood, but I guess it was the
It
berry.
was the berries, yes.
Okay,
And
okay.
she knocked them out of his hand because she told him that they were poisonous and they could kill him.
Got it.
And
Okay.
then they found old girl eating the berries
Then
and
they
she was
found old
dead.
girl eating the berries.
And the
Okay,
berries were very important because those are the berries that
got
they
it.
use to kill themselves. And then when the game maker came in that room, there were berries in the thing.
Yeah, yeah. I noticed that was a little twist, which just shows me again the like evil maniacal people that are actually in charge of all of this. Like,
Yeah.
you
Because
know,
after this, they're gonna bring in Philip C.J. Seymour Hoffman and Julianne Moore to run the
mm-hmm.
game.
Yep. R.I.P. Phil, man, coming
Yeah.
through. And this is where you see again acting chops out of this world. Like they really killed this series.
But
Like
see, they were plants because they were for the rebellion.
yeah, they were for the rebellion. Oh my
Mhm.
god, I cannot wait to watch the rest. I cannot wait to watch the rest. It's so freaking good, and the cliffhanger that they leave you on. You know what I'm saying? Because now, right, we're imagining the life that they're gonna leave, that they're gonna have afterwards. But we don't even have to imagine it because we're gonna get a movie, obviously.
Right.
What happens? But the cliffhanger that they leave you with bringing in Snow, and you realize that there's more
He,
to this
yeah,
old
because
man.
he can't let her live. He can't let her live because she is a part of the.
He represents something that he's been trying to stay away from this whole time.
Yep, and he got to figure out a way to get her somewhere so he can kill her.
Yep. But not without literally playing the game. You
Yep.
can't just go up to her and just slit her because that's not how they do. Like
No,
that stuff only happens
in the
in
arena.
the arena, not outside that world. You know, it's more up here. And what you realize in the continues of the series that he all up here,
Yeah, he
all
all up in that mind.
all
He
up in there.
even mind fucked her a couple of times.
For real, for real. But I mean, it's gonna take a rocket scientist to see that we absolutely love this movie. Hunger Games
Yes.
is the GOAT. It is a short fire, 100% like certified fresh, motherfucking blockbuster. Like no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga,
Yeah, that movie is the movie.
it
It's the
is.
one and the two.
It's the one and the two.
And it had a great, that was one of the best endings and beginnings I ever seen in my life in a movie.
Yep.
After watching it the second time, like that is the best. It's not like the Lord of the Rings cliffhanger from the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, oh, y'all really just gonna make me think about this for a freaking 2 years, or even like Infinity War, like waiting to see what's gonna happen. It was the best ending and beginning of another movie. Like, okay, we can have peace for a moment, but
Yeah.
we know that there's a maniacal thought taking place. But we can also, you could end that movie right there and they don't have to make no more.
You can truly like the only thing that like because we're in the know is that I know that there's a second movie, but when it
Right.
ends you're just like
Yeah, because think about it. I think about it all the time. Like, what if the Lord of the Rings didn't get picked up for a second movie? What if there was not going to be an end game? Like, what if nobody came to see Infinity War? We would have been left on those cliffhangers, those major cliffhangers. But this movie did a great job of, even though they knew that they were making more when this one was made, they still left it to where you could watch this movie and say, this was great. This was a lot. This was heavy. I don't want to move forward. But if
yeah,
you want to move forward, you can.
yep,
Like you
yeah,
have to watch Lord of the Rings Part 2. You have to
you
watch
have to.
Endgame if you watch Infinity War, but you don't have to necessarily watch the next installment of the Hunger Games. You can literally leave it where it's at if that's where you want to leave it and
Yep,
still feel totally satisfied.
yep, yep. Straight up.
Beautiful. Beautiful piece of
Beautiful,
cinema.
beautiful. Yeah, man, just such a good movie, such a great movie, and yeah, I don't think there's much more I can say about it. It's just a it's just a good movie.
Yeah,
This
I
is
was I was impressed.
man, so impressed. I'm so excited to go back and watch the rest. I'm so excited to go back and watch the rest.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. So next week, do we have a quote? Do you have a quote?
Oh shit! I do not have a quote. I had a busy ass day and I totally forgot about the quote.
So next week we are watching Jaws, correct?
Yeah, we are watching Jaws. We taking it back. We taking it back. What Jaws came out like sometime in the 70s, something like that, maybe.
One of them.
Yeah.
But yes, we're going to Amityville, and we're gonna go for the holiday season to see what's happening in the waters, and
Mm-hmm.
we possibly will need a bigger boat, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's our quote. That's our quote.
That's a good one. That's our quote right there. We're gonna need a bigger boat. We're gonna need a bigger boat.
uh, also, I will probably release details for the giveaway.
Hey.
One day, like Monday.
In the
Is
meantime, that's why y'all need to go follow us so you can know.
right, because I'm not really set on a day, because I think we're going to give the prize pack out the first week uh
What?
of that month, because I can't remember months right now. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
right.
Um, yeah, the first week of August we're gonna give out the prize. But just a reminder of what that prize is consisting of. We have a I should say that for last. Uh, we have a Blockbusters Pride Pack. We have a picture of some Avengers with some
Yeah.
Infinity Stones. Very nice image of Black Widow and Hawkeye and Tony Stark and Captain America and Thor and Thanos and the Incredible Hulk as they fight for the Infinity Stones.
Mm-hmm.
We have some. Speaking of the Lord of the Rings, we have some Frodo and Sam socks from the Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings. We have a pin from Ghostbusters the movie,
Oh yeah.
uh, Zool pin, and then the Shebang Shaboom Shabow from the release that came out. What, Black Widow came out on the 9th?
Like
A
last
Black Widow uh
also
WonderCon exclusive that is sold out.
exclusive,
Limited
exclusive,
to
exclusive.
15,000 pieces with a chance for a chase. And that is included in the price pack as well. And I will be releasing details. I'm out of focus, but it's okay because we're almost done. Details about how you can win this on my Instagram, our Instagrams.
Yeah.
Um, this next week, I say Monday, but who knows? Just go on the thing and follow us, because then you'll know. So Toya, tell them where they can reach you while I get my camera together.
Yeah, y'all can find me at Lil Toya Coates on the Instagrams, Point of View Finder on Instagram. I'm dropping new interviews, and all that good stuff. Make sure you holler at us on books we should have read, Misfit Academics. As I said before, follow me on Latoya Coates at Instagram. Somewhere they can find
Yes,
you, Shelly.
they can find me at Chevy the Superstar on Twitch,
Yup.
uh and S the Superstar on Twitter, and what's that place? Instagram. S the Superstar. That's what's important right now. S the
Yeah, right. Because
Superstar.
if you
I
want to win
lost
these
my train
prizes,
of
you have to
thought.
follow us.
Oh God, I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry, y'all. S the Superstar. That's where you need to go. And then you need to go to Two Snaps in a Circle on YouTube and follow that, and actually comment.
Yes.
Comments are fun to me. We've
Yeah,
been getting a few
like and
comments, and they're
comment on
very
our videos.
they're
Yeah, we had a
interesting.
recent comment that had us cracking up. So make sure you like and comment on our videos because
Yes,
we need it. We need it. So
yes,
subscribe.
we need the feedback.
Yes.
We need the
You
feedback.
ain't no Sarah Jane.
No, I'm not. But we appreciate all of you. We appreciate GFT Radio for stopping the chat. We appreciate Real 7 for stopping the chat. Any lurkers that we had tonight, we appreciate the lurkery. Thank you for the lurkery. Keep your eye out on the social media as well. Me and Stacy got some stuff dropping later for later on in the lifetimes. Um, Again, thank you all for watching us tonight, and we will see you guys
Next Thursday.
next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Pause action.
And we
That
are
sounds
gonna.
really bad.
You say what?
I said for some Jaws action. That sounds really bad.
It didn't sound bad to me till you said it sounds bad. I was like, yeah, for some Jaws action. The movie Jaws. But then I was like, oh, some Jaws. Okay. All right, y'all. We leaving. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Peace.